Cool. Should be good in a second. Yeah. So I'll jump in and hit it then. So thank you for coming to play Boy Problems. This is I've been wanting to play this for a really long time. So this is gonna be super fun, and I'm really excited to play with y'all. Um, a couple things as we start. So I'll just go over like the basic cats, the kind of like uh, content and tone and everything, and we'll do safety stuff, and then we'll get rolling. It's pretty straightforward. So as stated, this is a pretty rules light cyberpunk heist RPG where you all will be playing a crew who is going to you're going after the vault of unreleased Carly Rae Jepsen songs sometime in the cyberpunk future. I think I'm going to set it in, 100 years, 50 years from now, Vancouver, because she's Canadian. So that should be fun. Um, and yeah, tone wise, it's pretty fun. Cyberpunk, not like super dark and gritty. It's neon and good time, and it's Carly Rae Jepsen. So we're not looking for a ton of interpersonal drama or anything, but if it happens, it happens. It's great.
I did watch half of the music
Content-wise,
video, so I'm totally prepared.
I was just walking around with it in my pocket. So Nicole was just like, "There's a little parade going on."
I browsed the wiki page
You're
just
Carly
in
Rae
case
Jepsen.
any of it sticks to my brain to pull out later.
I can spell Carly Rae Jepsen.
I can do it half the time because I always mix up the Jespin or Jepsen. So, content wise, PG-13 ish. If we go adult, that's fine. In that vein, there's a tab on the spreadsheet which you should all have access to, called safety. We'll be using standard. I like to use script change, which is the if you want to fast forward, just say fast forward. If you want to skip past something, if something happened that you are not okay with, we can rewind it. We can always pause or slow down or just stop and whatever we need to. It's basically like an extended X card kind of thing.
As long as there's nothing to do with Carly Rae Jepsen in this, I'll be fine.
Yeah, it's on the list. It's on the list. And also standard door is always open. You are more important than the game, so anything from needing to get up to pee or get a snack to I'm just not okay with this and I'm gonna walk away. Totally cool. Yeah, and that's basically it. There's a red list and yellow list, otherwise known as lines and veils on that. Anything on the red list is not included in the world of the game. If there's anything you want to add to that list at any time, great. That's not a canonical list. We can add to it or ditch out of anything that's not on the list if it's not okay with folks at any time. Right now, the only things I have started up there are we will have no sexual violence, no violence involving children, and we can add whatever we want to that. The yellow list is stuff that may appear in the game world, but off screen. And right now I just have torture and consensual sex acts. But if we don't like violence towards animals, if you don't like spiders, any number of things, feel free to add that now or at any time, and we will do our best to respect that. And if it comes up and it's not on the list, we can always stop and rewind or take it back or skip past it. All good?
Outstanding.
I'm sure we'll come up with something.
Yeah. Awesome. So let's jump into the character creation, which is real quick. So I have on the keeper here your 3 character columns here, Misha, Randy, and Heath. Basically, you'll be picking a character name. There's some good advice for a character name, which is like pick 2 cool words and put them together, like Matrix Charcoal or whatever. So you pick a name, put your pronouns in. There are drop-down lists for style and role. Style is going to be charismatic, sexy, hotshot, dexterous, dangerous, brooding, or bumbling. and then you'll each pick a role for the team. So you'll be a fixer, a driver, muscle, inside man, hacker, leader, grifter, or new kid, and each one of those gets a special piece of equipment to go with them.
So, question: is this the kind of game where there's shtick protection and we can't step on each other's toes?
It would be cool if everyone had a different thing, but if everyone's like, we're all be drivers, we'll figure out how to make it happen.
That would be astounding. That would be absolutely astounding.
We could begin with the
Everyone's a
scene
leader.
of everyone being confused about why only drivers were recruited for this.
Now I want to do a cyberpunk heist where everybody is a driver and there's like an in-game reason for that.
I think that's just Fast and Furious.
We were all recruited by a taxi union.
No,
Yeah.
it's Rat Race, or it's a mad world.
Yeah.
You said like 100 years from now is a
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, give or take.
Okay.
And then the important stat in the game is your number. And that number basically tells you whether you're better at swords or emotions. A low number means that you're better at emotions, which is like intuition, diplomacy, seduction, passionate action, convincing people. Swords is using technology or being calm, precise, using mechanisms, being rational, and all that stuff. So you'll pick a number between 2 and 5 for that. And the primary mechanic of the game is when you want to do something that we feel calls for a roll, we'll roll 1 to 3 dice. Anything that is under your number, if we're doing emotion, or I'm sorry, if it's swords, it's going to be under. If it's emotion, it's going to be over. If you have a low number, you're better at emotion, basically the bigger side. And then it'll be you'll succeed better or worse depending on how success you get. We'll see that in action real short, and it'll be pretty obvious when it happens. And then everyone will just pick a goal. You can either pick one from the list or make one up. That'll be cool. And just describe what you look like. And everyone gets 2 standard pieces of equipment, your outfit. Everyone gets an earpiece, a one-shot taser gun, and you'll get a special piece of equipment depending on what your role is. When you select that, it'll have made the spreadsheet fancy, so it'll automatically pop up. So
Yay, fancy.
And
take a
then
minute to do that.
are you going to be handling somehow off screen the next bit? Is there a like a sort of you secretly passing cards to people?
Oh yeah, we'll get the
Okay.
the loyalties set up once we get everyone
Okay.
figured.
Let's see.
Is anything
How
speaking
about-
to anybody in particular?
How about brooding inside man?
Nice. An inside man gets a map of the facility by default. That's fun.
And let's see.
I kind of want to be a dangerous muscle, man.
Yeah, get it.
Just lean into it, you know?
Let's see. I feel like based on that, I should be a charismatic leader.
Nice.
Nice.
And the leader special item is an item to look cool. So you
That's
can
right.
write down what that is. And then Muscle gets a stun baton.
Please
don't
tell me
worry
that
about-
no, go ahead.
No, go for it.
I was just going to say, please tell me that your cool item is like a patent leather trench coat or something.
You know, it's funny you should say that because in our other game, Brindlewood Bay, my character has a special item, which is a super dashing coat she sews
Nice.
herself.
Nice.
That gives you advantage dice.
Yeah.
There's a section down there about like connections and blah blah blah. That's for extended play. We'll just ignore that for now.
I think my super cool item is going to be a cane whip, not a cane sword, but a cane whip,
Nice.
which
Nice.
is strictly just for looks and cool. Like it's non-functional, doesn't do anything. It's not a weapon. It's just like I whip it out and there's a whip in my cane, and then I gotta like stuff shut back.
Oh,
in.
is it the kind of thing where you push the button, the whole cane like collapses
Oh, I
and
like
it's like
that
that?
better.
Yeah.
It's like
nice.
vertebra or something.
Yeah, and then it can
Yeah.
instantly reform into a cane.
Yeah, because it's got memory metal in it.
Right.
Totally. That's way better.
Yeah.
So,
I feel like I need to trick or seduce someone if I'm a charismatic leader. I just feel like that's
Nice.
I think I'm going with the number of 4. Because that says that I am slightly better at swords, but still not terrible at emotions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went
So-
with 3, thinking the same thing. Like I'm not great. That's why I'm probably the leader. I'm like, I'm not just super great at anything, but I'm okay at everything. A little more emotional.
I figure that the muscle would probably be better at swords. You know,
Yeah.
well,
calm, precise action, but also
Low-
still able to go passionate action, depending.
are low numbers closer to swords? That's more swords, or no?
Low number is better at emotion.
And it's 2 to 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still trying to understand what emotion would cover. Like, what would be your sort of misleading people or things like that? Is that more?
Yeah. So if you're
like,
trying to like talk your way
Um,
past a guard, or
yeah.
or if you're just like it's also passionate action. So if you're just like fuck it, I'm charging this guy.
okay,
that
yeah.
has a
So
gun on me,
rage
that's
as
also
well
gonna be
as
emotion.
seduction or whatever.
Yeah.
That was our one F-bomb since we're PG-13, Mark.
I didn't actually hear it, so I'm glad I didn't have to.
It's all
reach
right.
out. Well, I'm worried about
I'll
us
fix it
being
post.
all on one end of the. Oh no, I guess he's got a 3, so that's good.
It's all fine. It's how we're going to solve problems.
Yeah. Besides, it's so much more about role playing anyway. It's like, as the
Exactly.
rules say, either you succeed or have fun failing. Either one.
Cool.
Name wise, help me think of. So if my guy is, it's 100 years from now, and I'm probably 120, 130 years old, but just heavily modified. So being old fashioned, I go by a name, but there's probably something that other people call the old stern guy that he doesn't really like being called. So I don't know what that's going to be, but I'm going to put it in the parentheses here.
I don't know.
Otherwise,
what
he
my
just
name
goes
is.
by Farquhar. Mister.
Acquire.
Known colloquially as Zaptastic. What Zap is actually my name though. That's my given born name. for my
That's
father.
fantastic.
That's Zaptastic.
That's based in reality. Rumor has it, my mom told me that my dad wanted to name me Zap, and my mom was like, "No, we're not naming our child Zap."
I think that's a smart choice not to be named Zap in real life. Yeah. I think I'm going to go and just be called something exciting like Boz.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice. Cool. And then you will together create a vehicle for yourselves at the bottom here. So a vehicle has 2 strengths, which are fast and nimble, has powerful shield, superior sensors, cloaking device, or is subtle. So you can go ahead and pick those together. It also has 1 problem. It's noisy. Everyone doesn't fit. It's going to breaking down. It's stolen or it's leaky. So whatever sounds fun for a getaway vehicle. And if it has a name,
Like
give
a
it a
cloaking
name.
think-
device, man.
I think
Yeah,
fast
it could be
is-
anything from a helicopter to a sweet car.
You like fast?
I kind of like
anything,
fast for the
yeah.
getaway vehicle.
Yeah, makes
Okay.
sense. Makes sense.
With the problem of I like the it doesn't fit everyone.
That's fantastic.
I can just picture.
3 of us
The-
in a 2-seater.
What did we just say about have fun failing? There you go.
Yeah.
It's certainly it's a car, right? I mean,
Not necessarily. It could be a
Yeah, it could be anything.
Could
Could be a
be
sweet motorcycle with a sidecar.
could be a spaceship.
I'm just picturing one of those sort of like flying car things. You know,
Yeah, I was
cyberpunk,
thinking the
hover
same
car.
thing. Like, kind of, yeah.
Like
Yeah, flying cars,
Blade
great.
Runner-y,
yeah, like an AV.
or
Vector
Fifth
test
Element
vehicle.
fly cars.
Yeah.
But it's like a Camaro. It doesn't really have a back seat that's like worth a darn for anybody to sit in. So
No, it's like an El Camino. Somebody has to ride in the trunk. So it's like a
Nice.
flying El Camino,
okay,
right?
okay, all right,
Does that work?
yeah.
Yeah. And it's got a
Very
cloaking
retro.
device.
Yeah,
Nice.
that was my vote. I was like, seems like if I was going to pick one of those for real, I'd be like, I think I'd want a cloaking device. Sounds pretty awesome.
Flying El Camino. Sweet. Cool. And pretty much it for making that stuff. So again, when there's a summary of the mechanics on the second tab here, rolling the dice. Basically, anytime there's something that is in question, we'll roll 1 to 6, regular d6. If you're using swords, you want to be over your number. If you're using emotions, you want under your number. If you get no successes on your dice, and so you'll roll 1 die by default. If you've prepared for the situation somehow, you get a bonus 1. And if you're an expert in the thing that you're doing, you get an extra 1. If none of your dice succeed, you fail, things get worse. If at least one of your dice succeeds, you do manage to do it as a hit in PBTA terms, where there are complications. If 2 dice succeed, you're super good. And if 3, it's like a critical, everything's great, and you get bonus stuff and there's extra effects. If any of the dice roll exactly your number, that is called cutting to the feeling. And you get a special insight as to what is happening with the situation. And you can ask me, the GM, any question you like, and I will answer you honestly. And after I answer the
I
Yeah.
learned pre-game reading that "Cut to the Feeling" is a Carly Rae Jepsen song.
it is. I think pretty much everything is like
Yeah, I was like,
assume that
oh, I see a theme
Swords
here.
is a Carly Rae Jepsen song, and
Yep.
Emotions is a Carly Rae Jepsen song.
is an album, yeah. And after you ask me a question, you can actually change your action. If you're like, oh, I'm gonna jump across this thing, I roll, cut to the feelings. You ask me, is there any way I can make this? I'll be like, nah. And then you're like, cool, I'm gonna zip line across or whatever instead. So you can change it if you get exactly your number. And if you want to help someone, you can make a roll to help someone. If you succeed, you can add a die to your friend's roll. Any questions so far about our super complicated game system?
Good.
Cool. The heist is created randomly by me, so I'm just going to go ahead and roll on these tables here to see what we have.
And then while you're doing that, I was going to ask a question, which is how are we going to? Are you just going to handle dice rolling, or how is that?
You can you'll be rolling your own dice. If you have dice in front of you, that's fine. We're all grown-ups. I trust. If you roll dice personally, I don't have a problem with you telling me.
Look at me! I showed up to a game without dice. I'll figure something out.
And there are any number of online dice rollers that you are more than welcome to use. I think if you just type like 3D6 into Google, it'll roll dice for you. Yeah, if you need help, we can definitely hook you up with one.
Oh, you are correct. If you type 3D6 into Google.
Yeah.
What's happening here?
Let's see. Let's see.
I thought he had actually put goggles on.
Hey, hit the troll with an
Very
axe.
Loads. This is gonna be good. 3 remake. Great, perfect. Cool. So I have a job for you, and so the other thing before we start, there are potential betrayals that can happen in here. So I'm going to roll a d6 and then message you privately, depending on whether you are loyal to the team and or target.
Will that be a private Zoom message so we don't give it away?
Yeah. I will do one.
Now I really want to play Mountain Witch.
Oh yeah. Let's see. So great, cool. I will message you on Zoom whether you are loyal to the target or to your employer.
If only Peter were here. He's
Always
always
the
the
traitor.
traitor.
Oh, I realized I have to pick a goal. I'm going to easily pick get into a fight as my goal.
Nice.
Makes sense.
Okay, you each know who you're loyal to. Great. So any questions before you get your job? Have you worked together before? Do you know each other? Is this a everyone meets in a tavern situation or gets hired and the team put together?
Good question.
It might be easier if we've all worked together before.
Cool. What
I
was
feel
your
like
last job?
maybe
Go
I
ahead.
was gonna say I feel like maybe if I'm the leader, maybe I've like definitely at least heard of you guys and been like, yeah, I've heard good stuff about you.
Cool.
And then let's see, what kind of thing might we have done together that didn't involve the theft of decades old pop music.
We've previously liberated unreleased Duran Duran albums. Very, very specialized.
Your muscle, Misha, are you like a killer type?
You know, people die. It happens.
That happens.
Not-
Maybe
I
there
mean-
was maybe that happened in a targeted manner at some point, and we worked together on that.
Yeah. Let's say that there was, I don't know, some assassination we had to carry out.
Yep.
Ooh, heavy.
Nice.
Well, then stealing records ought to be nothing for you.
Great. So Zap, you are contacted via your electronic communication device. You have a new job for the team. It is a smash and grab. Basically, you're going to go grab a thing, and the potential employer would like to meet all of you together virtually to describe the job to you.
So I was
so I
didn't fill out my outfit. I was filling out my outfit.
Is the job coming
Oh,
through?
man.
The job is coming through Zap then, and he puts the team together, or
Fuck
have we
yeah.
all been picked by the employer?
I think you're all being summoned to a VR Zoom chat with your employer. So what is your Zap? What is your kind of like standard VR environment look like that you conduct business in?
It looks like it's like a space station,
Nice.
like in space, kind of like a command center out in space.
Nice.
Great. So the three of you arrive at your
we beam aboard.
space station. You beam aboard.
Because that's how it works in VR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the light comes on, and someone is requesting entrance to your to the bridge, I guess. And when you open the door, it is a short-ish woman, 5'1" to be precise. And she walks in and just sits down on the. Is it like they're like couches, chairs, beanbags?
For this, I'd say it'd probably be like a ready room with a meeting table.
Nice. So
Black
she sits
and
down
glossy.
at the head of the table and says, "Thank you for meeting me on such short notice. I'm not sure if you know who I am.
I don't, but I would definitely like to.
My name is Carly, CALR capital I. I am an artificial intelligence. That's why I requested to meet here. I am the reconstruction of a musician from the 21st century, early 21st century. And before my untimely demise, I had many, many unreleased songs stashed in an encrypted digital vault, which was put up for auction after my death and currently exists at a museum slash gallery here in Vancouver. I would like to hire you to retrieve those songs for me. Is that something that you are interested in or capable of? I've heard good things about your team.
Oh, we're capable. And at least if we weren't interested, I don't think we'd be here, right, boys?
I think the
Indeed.
level of interest depends on the level of compensation.
This is why I hired him. Good thinking, things like that.
And she just does a in the air, and a fairly large number comes up.
I like that number.
That
Seems
works
a
for
little
me.
low, doesn't it?
Seems like he thinks it's a little low. And I mean, I'm here to facilitate for my team.
That is for each of you.
I'm definitely okay with that number.
That number is much better.
Sounds like we're all good with it.
It's like with triple the raise, just 1 second. That's no problem.
Great. Being a person who lives here most of the time, normally it would be trivial for me to retrieve them myself. Unfortunately, the curator, Samson Cloud of the Ironworks Gallery, has decided to put my works on display on a non-network connected exhibit. It's disgusting, frankly. The songs themselves aren't even being shown or recorded. He's just using the raw data to generate some sort of garbage abstract generated art. I don't even know why he has my songs in particular. I just want them back so that I can. The problem with being an artificial person is that I lack the creative spark that most people do. So if I can retrieve my previous catalog, I can use those as a seed to generate new songs and possibly a new career for myself.
So the unreleased songs, they're held by this museum, but the songs themselves, they're not the exhibit. Like you can't go to the museum and listen to these unreleased songs?
No.
Did
Well,
they
that's-
stay unreleased for some reason?
It was a contractual thing that were going to be released. I unfortunately died in a in 2020.
You
Say
died
again,
in what?
Mark?
Does this sound acceptable?
Mark, can you say that again, please?
I unfortunately died in a plane crash in 2020.
What was the name of that gallery again? I say as
The
I scribble
Ironworks
some notes.
Gallery. And she kind of grabs a map from the air and zooms in on it and gives you the location. It's on Granville Island, which is kind of in the middle of Vancouver. It's a repurposed industrial area.
As I sit there, I've got a pad, like a legal pad, a paper legal pad that that I pull the top page back, and as she's giving the address and everything, I can sort of be seen to write like maybe a word or two, and then I stop writing, and I kind of have a knowing look.
Cool. If this is acceptable, your employment begins immediately, and we can meet back here anytime you like. You'll have to download the encrypted files on a physical drive, some sort of physical medium, and bring them here and plug in. At which case, and each time I will deposit the payment in your accounts in exchange for the files. Acceptable?
Is there a certain time limit on the gallery showing that we have to get this thing?
It's been on display for several months. I don't know if he has any intention of taking it down anytime soon, but museum owners and exhibitors are capricious. I am not privy to that information.
What's his name again?
Samson Cloud.
Samson Cloud.
Seems
right.
like a pretty straightforward smash and grab.
It does. It almost
He-
worries me. It sounds a little too easy for that kind of money.
And it's not a. This is not a hacking job, right? You said it was that it was not even connected.
It's not connected to the network at large. There may be some
Yeah.
electronic countermeasures on site.
And if it's just a
Yeah.
museum, it's not likely that the guards there will be loaded for bear, so to speak.
Yeah, that was my next question. If we had any intel on what kind of security we're facing.
You have all the information that I do.
Gotcha.
Sounds like we need a case the joint.
Yeah.
Zap, we'll talk offline in a minute and figure out that part of it.
Sure.
Great. I thank you for your service, gentlemen, and I'm available anytime you need me. And she
All right.
turns around and walks out the door.
We'll call you maybe.
That's a song.
I don't get it.
What would you like to do?
So once she's gone,
Or done.
we can. I guess we need to figure out what the security situation is, and it sounds like a physical job. We got to get into the place to.
Does, but let me ask you, Boz. I know you're very capable in your department, but this is just a museum, most likely, like, low-wage security guards. Are you equally adept at, non-lethal methods? Can we avoid killing any of these people? They're
Absolutely.
just museum workers.
They're probably civil servants.
Sure, I just wanted to make that clear. I really feel like this should probably be a no-kill job.
Zap, I can vouch for him. On the last job we were on, I personally witnessed him not kill 3 people.
Boz is a they.
It's good. I like references. Well, I have a commission for us in a vehicle that's very fast, can cloak itself. Well, one small snag. I thought initially, I thought this was a 2-person job. She decided at the last minute to up it to a 3-person job. So it's gonna be a little bit not the most luxurious, comfy ride for 3.
Well, it's not like we're stealing a whole safe full of shit.
True,
That's a
just
good
a
point.
drive full of tunes.
Farquhar, what is your connection to the museum that you are able to get inside intel on it?
So let's see. It turns out that it's not the museum that I had a connection to. It's Cloud.
Mm.
I did business with him a while back where he actually used me for a security consulting on a different one of his galleries. But in meeting with him, that's his sort of his baby. So I've been there before, and got an idea of the layout. And
Yeah, and you know that Cloud is he is technically in a business family, but you know that all of his wealth is basically inherited. He's not a businessman himself. He comes from the Alphabet family, and they own half of the Seattle Vancouver metroplex. So he's able to just he's probably late 20s, early 30s, and is able to indulge his propensity for strange art to his heart's desire.
and can confirm that he was a weirdo.
So do you have leverage
Um,
on the guy?
Yeah.
On that person?
I wouldn't call it leverage. Just know about the place, know a little bit about some people that he mingles with, but I'm not an expert on him.
Oh, so you know some of his associates.
Yeah, here and there. I've been around a long time.
You got any names that might be of any use to us?
Well, I know that that he has a younger sister that runs one of the other galleries for him. I mean, I know some of the. I know a guy who runs security on one of his other properties at a hotel that the family owns in downtown. I don't know. Maybe one of those could be used one way or the other to at least find out what the plan is with the exhibit, or more about where this might be held. Because otherwise, I guess I know where his offices are in the complex, but that doesn't mean I know exactly where we're going to have to go to get the files. Could be on any one of a number of terminals, I guess.
Yeah, you actually have a map of the facility, so you would know what the layout of the gallery is, and probably exactly where.
Yeah, like I said, I know the layout. I just don't necessarily know exactly where in there. I don't think I know exactly where we need to go and insert a plug to find this, but I do at least know the layout, where the offices are, and how the place is laid out. Like you said, I've got a map.
I kind of want to go buy a ticket and see the thing. It's a museum.
I mean,
Yeah.
that would get us inside for casing the joint for sure.
Sure.
That's
For
true.
sure.
I'll
I mean,
tell
what
you
I-
that you probably won't like the art, but
Well, I am curious as to what he'd be using unreleased recordings for, if not to play the unreleased recordings.
You want to smash cut to the inside of the museum during the day?
Yeah.
So the three of you all are standing. This is a huge domed atrium, sort of a cylindrical place that has some smaller sort of interactive exhibits, kind of like a what would be kind of like a shitty science museum, but it's art here. But in the middle there's a large like a black probably about 25 feet across sort of disc of granite, and inside is some sort of projection field, and it's generating just like all sorts of like geometric bullshit, and swirling around, and you kind of get the feeling like it feels like there is some sort of rhythm or consistency to it, and it actually does look pretty cool even to an untrained unartistic eye, but it doesn't look like it is anything, but it's just like the swirling holographic geometrics and patterns and all that stuff.
So he's basically using the catalog as a seed for a visual display.
And it is completely silent.
Seems like a waste. Seems like he could really use any data input for that.
You want to pull an Indiana Jones?
I look at Zap and say, this is exactly what I expected from Cloud.
Do you want to do an Indiana Jones on this one?
Indiana Jones.
I mean, it would make sense. I mean, okay, so we know we need to steal the songs on a drive.
Right.
So if we had something else on that drive to swap with the songs, the art installation would keep going.
Exactly.
And I mean, is anybody going to know that that swirly pattern doesn't match up to Carly Rae Jepsen on all these tracks? I certainly wouldn't think so.
Who can say?
I mean, I think
It sounds like it can't go wrong.
I kind of feel like just for our own amusement, we should replace her catalog with something that amuses us personally,
I think that's a great idea.
like another artist's catalog.
I
Would it be comical?
nominate Gojira.
Or maybe
Perfect.
we could each pick an artist, make a playlist.
All right, what's your next move?
So basically,
It is-
I mean, ideally, we swap the thing out. There's only a couple of minutes while it's offline at best. And then it fires right back up and we can get out pretty quickly.
Now, I'm assuming that if this is after hours, we still have to not get caught. And
Sure.
and I do want to backtrack a little bit. Like I said, Cloud's not a serious guy, but he comes from a serious family. So if things are if it's not done carefully, there could be blowback for sure.
Mark, while we're here, I kind of want to look at some of the other exhibits to
Mhm.
see if there's something like really high ticket that they would have a lot of security on.
Oh yeah, there are
You know?
several. This one is kind of like a vanity project of his, but
Okay.
he definitely has a few other projects, both electronic and otherwise, from high-profile, well-known artists.
Okay.
Is this you mentioned that we were in like this domed atrium, I assume kind of the entrance at the front of the museum. So is this a
This is kind of like
this
in
like
a-
the marquee like exhibit, the big event? Like, are there signs outside about come and see the latest art happening?
Oh, he doesn't need to advertise. Everyone knows to come here.
Okay.
And the museum is kind of laid out with like it's kind of like a T shape. There's 3 wings. The entrance is kind of in the middle there,
Mhm.
and the atrium is smack in the middle.
Got it. So this is
Um,
effectively like you open the front door and you see the thing.
Yeah, like there's a big long hall, and the thing is kind of displayed
Oh, I see.
far down. And as you get closer, it's more impressive. But you
Oh,
definitely
I see. Okay.
the
Okay.
glowing, flickering lights as you come in.
Where's the
Does
nearest? Go ahead.
Go ahead. I was just wondering, does the little I'm sure there's like the museum blurb signage on the thing. Does that help to add any context to the art to make any more sense as to like what the importance of? Does it mention that source music or?
It doesn't, no. He does have an extensive artist's statement on it, which is largely incomprehensible to working gentlemen like yourselves. But there's a lot of metaphor and deconstruction and recontextualization and whatnot.
Okay, but no mention of the artist. I mean,
No
of
mention
the
of the artist.
music
Yeah.
basis. Okay.
Yeah, the artist is prominently mentioned. Samson Cloud.
So
Sorry,
looking
Ross, I
around,
interrupted you.
is there an obvious thing that's generating all this stuff?
It's part of like it's generated from this base.
Okay.
Now there's-
The 25-meter wide giant granite thing.
yeah.
And so,
Okay.
wait, Samson Cloud is who is he again?
He's the curator of the museum and
Okay, right.
the creator of this centerpiece of art.
Okay, so
Like
both
his-
the curator
Yeah,
and the
this is his
artist
big
of the.
ego piece.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
And he's the scion of a important Vancouver family.
Yeah.
They're in a lot of different kinds of business.
yeah. It's
That was my
basically
main
like
confusion was whether he's the curator or the artist or both. There you go.
yeah. This is just like his Taj Mahal through his own ego kind of. Yeah, and he's one of the like many one of many members of like the sort of Google, Amazon, 100 years from now conglomerate that owns this giant metroplex basically.
Has this exhibit been going on for a while, or is it fairly new? I guess I'm wondering, is there any? There's not like plans for any kind of a reception or
It's been up
anything
for a
like
few
that?
months.
Okay,
Right.
okay. So all
but
that's
we
already
don't.
done.
But we don't know how if it's going to be like taken down tomorrow or anything.
From the size and focus it's given, probably not anytime soon. It can be taken down. So
Okay. And just looking around, since I know, we're there kind of at that junction of the three wings, and I know that
Mhm.
the at the back of the central wing is where all of the administrative offices and things like
Mhm.
that are, as well as the security office. I know the desk there. This is just standard, museum security folks walking around, making sure people aren't touching stuff, and nothing unusual looking for a museum as far as physical security.
Yeah, I definitely
Yeah.
want to look over the security guards. What are they armed with? What do they look like? Is it like a fit out of duty, off duty cop, or is it like the fat? I'm bored. I want my pension guy.
There's a lot of part timers there who are uh, alert and looking to do their jobs. Not schlubby mall cops, but mixed in with them, you can definitely see, especially around this central exhibit, guys who you Boz would definitely peg as ex-military,
Gotcha.
and they definitely look a little bit out of place.
Mhm.
They're not like chummy with the other guards. They're definitely positioned here,
Right.
and around a couple other exhibits that are high ticket.
Roughly how many of the ex-military guys? 3, 4, a dozen?
Yeah, you see about half dozen,
Okay.
and they have like little cyber MP5s kind of. They've got the glowy neon things, and they're multi-purpose, and they have machine gun fire and probably micro grenade launchers and some sort of stun thing.
Right. And probably a gas thing.
Yeah, you're familiar with this kind of weapon.
Yeah. The Zorg XF9 or whatever it is.
Mhm.
Yep,
Yes.
exactly.
The little red button.
Yep.
And no other unusual activity. I mean, it's just a normal day at the museum. No
there's crowds.
VIP looking people moving about or
No,
anything.
just regular crowds kind of hanging out, gawking at the shiny lights.
And so, as far as like anyone not in the know like us, there's no one would know that Carly Rae's unreleased catalog has anything to do with his art piece. So it wouldn't be like any kind of
Not that you
common
can tell.
knowledge that
No.
they even have that.
No,
Or
she's probably
just-
forgotten.
Right. So like nobody, it'd be weird to like ask about it or anything because there's no.
Yeah,
We technically shouldn't even know it exists or has anything to do with the art piece.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mark, I want to take a closer look at the base and see if we can find the thing that we need to steal.
cool. Roll. Let's do a swords roll for that. Yeah, because that's going to be precision and reason. So you're going to want to roll under your number.
Perfect.
So you roll one die for starters.
Okay, I'm a die for a PC. Okay.
Are you prepared for this task?
Well, we came here knowing that we were casing the joint, so maybe,
Mhm.
maybe I've
Yeah.
got like a camera, or maybe I've got like, I don't know, like a can of soda, so I look innocent or whatever.
Yeah.
So maybe.
Yeah. So let's give you the prepared dice.
Okay.
And you're probably not an expert at this kind of thing. So let's just roll 2 dice.
All right. I've got
And
2 dice.
roll under 4.
I have a 4 and a 5.
Nice. So no successes, but you will be able to ask me any question, and this roll will be treated as a success.
And I'm
So
sorry,
this
we're cutting to the feeling here.
We're cutting to the feeling.
Does this count as no successes and things get worse?
No, this will count as a success.
Okay. Special insight. Let me read my question options and then decide.
Yep. Yeah, the rules say you can change your action if you want to, then treat the roll as a success and continue the story.
Oh, after getting the answer, I see.
Yeah. So you don't have to change your action, but you can if you like.
I'll just go with the easy one here. What should I be on the lookout for?
You should probably be on the lookout for some underground connection. There's the granite platform is pretty smooth all the way around. So you imagine any power or other connections to this thing that have to be buried underneath it or in a
So
basement.
So we got to go downstairs to the basement or whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
That works. I think that's fair.
Yeah, and you can definitely tell, like, in addition to that, examining the rest of the area, there's no other like projectors or any other place where that could be coming from.
It's
So
all
it's
underground.
definitely from the platform.
Okay. I want to make my way over to like one of the museum maps or the fire escape map,
Mhm.
so I can try to get a better idea of where downstairs might be.
Yeah,
Is that
Yeah,
near
there's
the? Is
Take a
is there
look.
one of those near the information desk, like where the security might have been?
yeah. I think there's a big information desk to the. So if it
Yeah.
looks like this kind of, where is it?
I've
So
been
it's
over there
in the
leafing
middle there.
through.
Oh, cool.
And we'll have like an information. There's information desk, and this is where the administratives and stuff here. And there's also information desks, up front when you,
Right on.
when you enter.
I was standing over there by that desk, looking through, information display, like pamphlet display. So when you come over there and I see you looking at the map, I kind of conversationally, just tell you that the basement there are going to be fire stairs at the ends of every one of these three wings. And if you pass along to me are you going to say what you just found, what you're
Yeah.
thinking
I
about?
assume
that
I
you think
mentioned.
it's below?
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
We have earpieces for a reason.
Oh, that's true. We do
Yeah.
have that, like, throat mics. So yeah, that's weird because underneath the atrium here, like there's no like rooms or spaces down there. That's pure just utility areas, like heating and water and AC and stuff. It's just
that sounds
there's
like a great place to put a bunch of servers, to be honest.
yeah, but they've
Yeah.
got a server. They've got a server room, but and that's not it. That's weird. If
Then
you're telling
again,
me
if-
that it's down there.
I mean, if this is something that he's trying to keep secret, it might be something that he doesn't want on maps and things like that are official blueprints or anything like that.
Hmm.
You think he'd be hiding it from his own IT guys?
Ooh,
Highly possible. He could have just maybe he has like a specialized core team loyal to him, like the Emperor's Royal Guards or something.
Seems weird. There's something else going on.
Yeah, because I'm telling you, like, we're starting to make this guy sound like a supervillain, and he's just a douchebag. Like, that doesn't sound like him. So yeah, I agree. Let's be on our toes because that sounds odd.
yeah, and you're able to take the informational maps and like basically the walking tour thing. There's a information sort of kiosk thing, and you can just sort of like do a like
Swipe it into your own display.
yeah. So you
Yeah.
have those maps that you
Like the
can
like the
play
like the
them with your map.
wireframe overlay kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and like point out little highlights of like
Mhm.
this was done by whoever.
I kind of want to get downstairs today, but I don't know if we're prepared for that because we're not doing the run today, right?
Yeah, I agree. And I mean,
This is
since
just
it's not
scoping
if-
it out.
if you wanted to look into other public spaces, I could get behind that. But I think going past the red doors, into private areas, that's without a plan. That sounds risky.
Definitely, this was just casing the joint. You got me thinking with the Indiana Jones portion of the plan, something that could be very important. Specifically, if you're thinking about the Indy thing, the way his plan went wrong is because the sand did not weigh the same as the idol. So I don't know. We don't know what kind of security they have on his files. If we're going to replace his files, we're probably going to need something with the same directory structure and it's the same file or same file size.
The same
So as
number
far
of
as-
songs.
Right, exactly. So any kind of scan makes it look like it's still the same file size of data on the drive.
There might be
Same
some kind of
directory
checksum or something. Yeah.
Exactly. So we got the problem there is we don't know how to match that without first getting in there to see what all the files are.
So we got to
Is
get
it-
down there and look at it.
I was going to say, it sounds like we're going to need to see it twice.
Unless now I'm no expert in like hacking or anything, but would it be possible to maybe create some kind of program that could on the fly analyze that, copy it? You know what I'm saying? Like, so we wouldn't have to go there, leave, come back. Like, could something do it on the fly? Be like, okay, analyze the structure, replicate the structure. Oh, hey,
Do
how
any of
about
you
this?
know a guy?
I'm sure one of us knows a hacker.
Yeah,
We
but
could
that
have-
sounds like the kind of thing that might take a while to develop. I don't know.
It's true, but I got a basis for it already in mind. We could have on our bogus drive. Let's just make sure we have way more songs than necessary of varying lengths, so that hopefully some kind of small little programlet could tailor what we have, like trimming it down to the correct sizes and everything. So if it sees like, oh, we need songs of this length, this length, hopefully we'll have that covered by having a huge catalog of songs to pick from in the decoy songs.
What if
Something
we get
occurs. Oh, go
something
ahead.
that can just copy it,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? So we don't
Yeah.
necessarily need to come up with Kiss's greatest hits or something.
Yeah.
What we do is we have a gizmo, an auto hack copier tool. So that way we get the thing, we copy it, the green bar fills up, we put the false idol in, and we run off with the real idol.
Or
That's
the
a s-
other possibly simpler option is, so our mission is to get these songs for Carly, correct? There's no thing that says we have to get them, we have to take, like, we could just leave them on the museum's drive, couldn't we, as is, and just copy them so that we have them to give to the client, but the museum's none the wiser because they're still there on the museum drive.
Yeah, we just make a copy.
Yeah, instead of taking them and replacing them, with something, just leave them, make our own copy to give to the client.
Let's try that.
Seems simpler and less fraught with possible security problems.
I suppose if we're not sure about, I mean, originally it sure sounded like she wanted us to, it was like stealing them back.
Well, I mean, we can check.
Unless
with her,
there's
'cause
any,
obviously we
check and
want
just
them,
see if there's any reason that she doesn't want that it's important that they be
Yeah.
removed.
original.
But
The original
Yeah.
copies, as it
we
were.
want to make sure we get paid. That's for sure.
Well, yeah, let's message the client and find out.
I'll do that. I'll send her a message.
while that's going on, it occurs to me that is this like a 3-dimensional sound and light show, or just light show, I guess?
Yeah, just light.
I guess I will, using whatever kind of, smart glasses or whatever it is that we've got. I'll kind of work my way around, really, as I'm trying not to roll my eyes so hard that the people around me hear. I'm going to like make a circuit around it and try to spend like a pretty good amount of time recording as best I can what the output actually is, because I'm thinking that if we have to hire somebody to do some, like reverse engineering kind of stuff, it might help them to know whether it's even it might not be anything to do with the length of the song, or we don't know. We don't know what we would be trying to match if we did have to take something. So I'm going to just make sure I get a recording of the product.
And as you're doing that, one of the military type security guards, you notice him shadowing you for a little bit, and after a short time, he kind of comes up and whispers in your ear, "You wouldn't be recording this, would you?"
Oh God, man, I'm so sorry. My niece is gonna love this. I'm sorry, so I'll make a show of turning it off. And
you see the signs, right?
No, I didn't. I'm sorry. Yeah, so I cut it off.
I'm gonna have to
Where-
take you back
ask
and make
him
sure
where the
this
gift
is
shop
all
is.
deleted.
Oh,
Follow me to the
I
security
can.
office, please. Sir, please come with me
I
to the
kind
security
of.
office.
So I try to. I kind of mumble an "oh shit" into the throat mic, but I don't even kind of dare. He's looking right at me, and he looks like one of the trained guys, right?
Yeah.
So I can't even really steal a look at you guys. So I'm gonna follow along. I at least have some hope here. So
Are our earpieces such that we can talk to Farquhar without being overheard by the security guard?
Yeah. Yeah, he got the little like a sub vocal.
Gotcha. So I'll say something like, "Get a good look at the back offices."
Mhm.
How are you?
All right,
How
yeah,
are
so
you
I'll follow.
recording stuff?
Like I said, I wear the wraparound shades, and
Mhm.
they're the smart goggles or whatever. So it's just one of those standard standard personal recording kind of a thing. But
Okay.
Google Glass.
Yeah.
Google Glass. But I just forgot that that they might be able to detect the signature of someone recording.
Cool. So
So
it takes
yeah, I'm
you.
gonna.
It's a small space, like an 8x8 room, gray, one door in and a one door on the other side, and he just puts his hand out. Glasses, please.
Oh, so I mean, I'm assuming that like they're yeah, okay. So I'll take them off and hand them to him. I haven't been recording any of our other stuff, so I know that it's relatively innocuous. So I'll pass that and then kind of look around while he's pulling up the display and stuff.
Yeah, and he does a little scan. He has a wand, and he sort of scans your head and torso for and asks you like any embedded cyberware.
Oh my gosh, you have no idea.
Anything you could start recordings on.
Oh no, I mean this is just knees, legs, cochlear implants, just a lot of replacement parts for an old guy.
Do you have a port for the cochlear implants, or are they subdermal?
Oh no, everything's implanted. I mean, I have some obvious stuff, just as far as like uh, corneas and stuff that are
Mhm.
but again, this is nothing that's like military looking or anything like that. Just
Yeah.
but pretty standard stuff. But no, I don't have I don't have any ports or anything like that. In fact, I've got on my wrist one of those things that looks like a blood pressure cuff kind of a
Mhm.
deal. That's just the where I pull up my internet and all that kind of crap. So it's like all on my external. In fact,
Cool.
it's a device that's probably like 25 years old or something. So it's kind of a flip phone version.
Nice.
Just out of
But
curiosity, how does this like? Do we notice him gone, or that he was taken, or anything like that? Or?
Oh yeah,
oh yeah,
Yeah, probably. I'm sure. Yeah, and he said, I think.
yeah.
yeah.
And I
Boss
got
said keep
you
an
got
eye
a little
open.
bit of an
yeah, I
shit
remember
over the.
Yeah.
on the mic. So I'm just trying to figure out how we'd be handling that exactly.
Yeah. So the guard's just like, okay, hold still. This will just sting a little bit, and you take some little paddles and put them on either side of your temple.
Oh.
3, 2, 1, and it's like a stronger than a shock from a doorknob, but not like
Ow.
sticking your head in a light socket or anything. And,
Okay.
it's like great, we're gonna keep these, and he just
I'm sorry. Whoa.
puts them in a bin and slides it back into the wall.
Off to a great
You're
start.
free to go.
The glasses? Wow. Okay.
The agreement you signed accept on when you bought your tickets gave us permission to take any recording equipment and do as we want with.
Oh, hey,
you're lucky you didn't have any.
I understand rules. Rules are rules, man. It's just
If you had any embedded storage, this would be a much longer visit.
Yeah. So
You're free to go.
Okay. So I'll sort of make again make a show of being probably a little more pissed but I'll head back out on the way out from the security office. I know he's like walking me back down that hall. Is there I don't catch sight of anybody important or anything like that?
I don't know. Make an emotions roll. Let's see what happens.
That's the best kind. Those are
yeah. So you're gonna roll under or over. Sorry.
over. Okay. All right.
And I don't think you're prepared for this, so it's just gonna be one die.
Is it emotions?
Yeah, because it's like a relationship rapport with
Okay.
someone. See if
Yeah,
there's
sure.
anyone you recognize.
One is not over.
One is not over. Great. Cool. So you do see someone that you recognize. That's the one of Cloud's kind of intern associates, like one of the guys he uses to do the grunt work. His name is art name is Limerick, and he recognizes you, and he points you out.
He's
You.
like, hey,
Grandpa.
oh, hey, hi there. You're
You know who I am. I'm not going to tell you. Why are you here?
We're here enjoying the exhibit. My niece is, waiting for me. And what's up with you?
And he goes to the guard. This guy's a nuisance. Please remove him. And just sort of like dismissively says,
What's that about?
you don't remember me from our last meeting?
Well, yeah, I remember, but why? I don't remember all this.
If I have to tell you, I shouldn't have to tell you.
Okay, whatever. I'm not here. I'm on my day off, so I just
If he
will
gives you
turn
trouble, don't hesitate to rough him up.
Oh, no problem. I just will turn and head back toward the door. And in fact, once
And the guard actually grabs you by the upper arm. He's like, okay, you gotta do what the guy says.
yeah. No problem. So I'll just make my way directly to the exit, and and then
he hustles you out the front door.
I'll hail a cab and head for the wherever our backup spot is.
Cool. Yeah. What's your like what is your kind of office or hangout situation look like?
I figure if I probably don't want a permanent location, so it's like I figure I probably rent out some space for each specific job.
So you got like a storage space or something with just like
Yeah, we got our little like meeting safe house or whatever. That's just
nice.
in case shit goes bad. And
Like one of those hotels that has like a kitchenette in it, maybe.
Yeah.
yeah, and plus, I mean, I'm sure we obviously we still have communication with each other.
Right.
Yeah. So in fact, as soon as I hit the sidewalk and I'm getting in a cab, I know that you said this is like a hotel suite.
Yeah, I'm sure I was sent
but-
you the mission
I'm gonna-
mission base.
I'm gonna say, I don't know how much of that you guys heard. Probably not much, but that was fucking weird. So I'm gonna head to the place, but I'm just gonna stop and get a coffee downstairs and wait there. I'm not gonna go to the room. I'll wait to hear from you guys, but I'll be nearby downstairs.
Yeah, and this place has like really small sort of efficiency corporate apartments, and there's the check-in desk is all kiosk, and there's a pretty crappy just coffee machine.
Oh, okay.
Like, barista
So
bot
not like a
has
hotel lobby with a bar or
No.
anything.
No.
Oh, well, in
nothing
that
fancy.
case, is
Well,
there?
I mean,
is there
theoretically,
any-
we're not going to be spending hardly any time,
Yeah.
so I don't spend too much money on these things.
Yeah, no. I
Right.
just
Uh,
don't
Hopefully,
wanna-
we have no need to be here.
I don't want to
what are you
risk.
two doing while this is all going on?
Well, I think when we see them get made, I'm trying to look like I'm not there.
Mhm.
So would not all of us get made?
Yeah, I have a feeling like we should probably. I mean, we probably weren't huddled together anyway, but
No.
Yeah.
I have a feeling I'd probably tap into me because let's split
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Meet back outside. Let's not be seen together.
I'm going to go down one of the other halls.
Mhm.
Like to go look at the Picasso or whatever that they've got over there.
Yeah. He's got a set of late 21st century abstract physical art, both
Yeah.
painting and sculpture form.
And then I'll move down to the meme wing and just like make my way out.
Cool. And Zep.
I suppose I'll use whatever means I have to text or whatever the contact and find out again. Like if we have to delete it off the servers, or if we can just copy it and that's fine or whatever.
Mhm. Yeah, and she shoots you back a message, and it's, an animated sort of facial avatar of her. She's going like, he is, abusing my decades of hard work. It would be full payment is going to require you getting that out of his hands and into mine.
So we have to full on steal it.
You can
Yeah,
copy it, destroy it. You can take the medium it's on, whatever you like, as long as he doesn't have it.
Got it.
All right, good to know. So we do have to, if we can't copy it, we have to, and leave it in place, we have to remove it from the thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there's that.
Randy, you're shooting a message to Limerick. You want to do this out in the open? I think this is going to be fun. Limerick sends you a message back, and he's just he says, I heard Samson is just beside himself. He says there's at least half a dozen teams of street workers trying to do something to the museum. He doesn't know exactly what, but he knows there's a bounty on him and his work. And I know that you're involved in some shady stuff. I don't want you or your friends around the museum anymore. I don't care if you're involved in it or not. I just don't want to take the risk. And I definitely don't want Mr. Sampson on my tail.
Okay. I was, so I just will tell him that, hey, I thought we were cool, but, you do you. Take care of yourself.
Yeah, he says, lose my number. And his avatar turns black.
Do you relay that to us, Farquhar?
Yeah. So, I mean, I just, I guess there's no reason to get face to face for all that kind of stuff, but you're leaving, by the way. I guess what I'll do is just ask, what's your situation? Are you guys still there, or?
I was definitely taking my time to leave, so we didn't all look like we left at the same time.
Okay, that's a good plan. But kind of leave, when you get a chance.
Yeah.
Let me know once you vacated, and I'll vacate like a couple of minutes later.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I will. I'll say, that that the assholes took my glasses, and that I saw one of Cloud's people stopped me in the hall and got real pissy about the fact that I was there. So I guess what I took as previous work experience with Cloud and his people, I thought that was going to be an asset, but he's very on edge. And did he say something about street workers? Like,
yeah, more.
We're not the only
teams.
team. We're not the only team going for this.
She's probably hired multiple teams.
Well, yeah, because he definitely said something like Cloud's on edge, and that somebody's after him and his work, which again, just doesn't sound like him to be suspicious and everything. So that means that he's definitely been given some intel to warrant all this.
That sounds like we may have to move on this faster than we expected.
Yeah, it sounds like we need to move fast. I mean, the good part is if we needed to delete it off the server anyway, then that if anybody else comes in behind us, then it won't be there for them to get. So if we get to it first, take it, make sure there's nothing left on the server, we've accomplished our mission, and nobody else can get what we've got.
Do we want to hit it tonight? Boss?
I mean, we're going to have to move as fast as possible. We're going to have to strike that compromise. Obviously, we don't want to be reckless, but we don't have time to plan out and elaborate and make sure we've got all our asses covered and stuff. We need to come. I think that's a good compromise. We need to come up with the best plan we can to hit it tonight.
Boz, did you get a look at these at those security screwheads because the guy that took me back was not a museum guard. I
Yeah,
don't think
there were several ex-military people,
so.
which seems unusual. So you've got like the mix of like the retired little lady docents, and then you've got like actual ex-military people guarding this. I can't help but wonder if maybe security's been stepped up because Samson's been tipped off.
Oh, yeah, or I mean, I wish we could have seen. I wish we could have seen what security looked like a week ago to to compare. But
Yeah.
either it means that there's something different about we're not. It's not what we're being told it is, or like you said, it's just been stepped up. But even for like a vanity art project for a rich guy, like the guy that took me back was hard. So I think let's maybe soften our stance, Zap, on the rules of engagement. It might be necessary, I guess, is what I'm saying.
I'd still rather keep it no kill if possible.
Obviously.
I mean, obviously, if it comes down to one of our lives versus one of their lives, there's no choice.
Here's the other
there.
thing to consider. Your average rent-a-cop may be armed with a taser. Your average ex-military guy may have the Zor guns. They're going to fire first. And they may not want a no-kill mission.
And we'll just have to be on our toes.
And I'm just worried if he's on edge, what that. Well, we can't know what we don't know. I'm just trying to think of like I do we have any way to verify once we get the information that it's the actual information, that he hasn't put some kind of decoy information on there because he's thinks something's up and people are.
That he doesn't have a copy already.
Yeah, but I mean, again, it's only so much within our. We can only do what we can do.
And that's a good number that she quoted us, but it's not worth having some screwhead kill us. So we can do what we can do up to a point, but this isn't. I'm not resume building here, so I'll take a loss if I need to.
As far as I'm
Zap,
concerned,
you get there's a ping on your messenger from another person who organizes crews like yours, Kara Nova. She's an old colleague / flame, and it's she usually doesn't message you unless it's like a big job that she can't handle or something is wrong.
What was her name?
Kara Nova.
Kara, look, a little bit early for a booty call.
Zap, are you working?
No, I'm trying to lay low. Why, what's up?
You don't take wet missions anymore, do you? Not organizing any teams to hit anyone?
No, you know me and killing. I don't like killing people.
Okay, I'm just checking in with folks. I was offered a job recently, and where I would like mine in that respect. So I just wanted to make sure you weren't.
So
doing
you're
anything
saying
dumb.
you were offered a job that involves killing, therefore you can't take it?
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure you were keeping your nose clean too. There's a lot of money.
How much money?
And she gives you a number that is a little bit bigger than the number that you're getting for your job.
Look, I'm not saying I'm interested, but if I was interested,
Is there a finder's fee?
I've just been a lot of people have been shook up. A couple people have gone missing. Someone's trying to whack some art asshole. I don't know, but if you're not into it, I'm not into it.
Well, hold on. Who's the target?
One of the big ABC guys, Cloud something.
And
Is that asshole with the gallery downtown?
And the
all the
mission
galleries.
is to whack this guy? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, you know how art people are. I guess someone else with more money than him wants, I don't know, is jealous, wants to take over his thing. Maybe it's a family thing. I don't know. They didn't say. They just offered more money than is usual to take someone out. And that's not my deal.
Look, I just don't think I don't I is there a timeline on it?
They didn't say. I didn't take the job, so I didn't ask any more questions.
I mean, answer me this: if, and it's a big if, I were to take the job, am I going to be competing for it? Are there going to be other people out after this guy too? Is it going to be a race
I-
for him, or do I got an exclusive on the job?
I didn't ask. He said what it was, and I told him no. But other folks came telling me they got the same offer, and it didn't feel right. They didn't take it. You know, Nim, he didn't take it, and he does wet work. I know if he thinks it's screwy, I'm not going anywhere near it.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. I don't. No, it's too convenient. It's too convenient.
You busy tonight?
Unfortunately, a little bit. I'm out of town at the moment.
All right. Well, you know where to find me.
Yeah, well, I'll definitely give you a call when I get back into town.
Sounds like a date.
Good hearing from you, Kara.
Good talking to you.
What was that all about?
Don't feel right. Apparently, there's going in the rounds the opportunity to whack Samson Cloud. That's an offer going around.
So other
Who-
people
Underground.
are trying to take him out, correct?
Yeah,
Who's offering that?
I don't know. I didn't take it. Both her, as well as several of our very trusted contacts, felt it was real screwy and passed it. Even one of our contacts who normally takes wet work passed on it. And that tells me something right there.
Do you think it's our patron also trying to take revenge as well?
Well, if it was, why wouldn't she have made us that offer?
Yeah, we didn't even get the offer.
Yeah. If it was her, I think she would have given us that offer and said, hey, more money if you want to kill him.
Who can understand AIs? You know, they're playing people against each other.
I think we should just concentrate. Look, let's not get greedy here. We will each be very well off if we can accomplish one simple task that we've already focused on.
But they didn't say anything about like why anybody would want him. I mean,
She didn't have the info since she didn't take the job. That's all the info she had.
It
Do you
just
want to
seems
reach
like
out?
the chances of running into somebody else, or running at cross purposes to someone, that could complicate things a lot. And it would, even if we're not, we're obviously not taking a job to kill Samson Cloud. Like, what do we got against him?
Yeah.
But it would be good to know who does, or whether
If-
this is just speculating. Yeah, this could just be BS in the wind.
I mean,
wonder-
it would be good to know who wants to kill him. But how do we get that information without taking the job? And if we take the job without the intention of doing it, that sounds like bad news for us.
Yeah, that's not good. I agree with that.
It does smell
Uh,
funny, but I'm not opposed to getting paid for extra.
How can?
Let me make a call real quick.
Yeah, I might see if I can dig something up too.
Who is the person Kara mentioned who normally does wet work?
Mr. Nim.
And do I know him? Is he someone I?
Yeah, you're acquainted.
So, could I contact him?
Yeah, you could put out a feeler, and he'll give you a call.
Yeah, just see if I can get him to call me.
Cool. Let's make a emotions roll for you. I think you're an expert in this area, so you get 2 dice.
Sweet.
We want to roll under your number.
And you don't add them, right? It's just basically two.
Over. Yeah,
Oh wait, no, you don't add. It's how many successes, right?
yeah. So how many 4 betters you get? And if you get a 3,
I got a 6 and a 1.
nice. So Nim gives you a jingle, shows up on your thing, and like Zep, long time. What's up?
Nim. Just had a very interesting call from Kara.
Oh yeah, how's she doing? Still working?
Yeah, she's doing all right. She mentioned a job that normally would have been right up your alley,
Mm-hmm.
but said you had decided to pass on said job.
The cloud thing?
Yeah. So naturally, that got me. I mean, I told her if you didn't want it, then that sounded shaky. But I'm just curious as to why you would, if there's any more you could get information.
You know Cloud, right?
I mean, not really. I know he's some douchey artist museum guy, right?
Yeah, and he's rich as fuck. If someone wants him dead, I don't know. I've been on a team like that before I started running things. If someone wants a rich guy dead, they usually want to clean up afterwards. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. So you're thinking somebody hires a team to take out Cloud, then takes out the team that took out
Mhm.
Cloud. Yeah, that's.
You're smart. You don't do that kind of thing. Worst is going to happen. Someone's going to steal something back from you.
And you don't know who it was. You don't have any information as to who wants
It's
it
the
there,
usual
right?
drop, you know.
It's all too
Staying
weird.
safe.
Yeah, I'm trying to, just live off what I did in my last job and keep low, not take any more work right now. Press your luck,
I know what you mean.
Hopefully, can just coast on this and won't have to work for quite a while.
That's the idea. Always working.
But good to hear from you, Nim. I appreciate the candor.
Yeah. Give me a call if you need anything heavy.
We'll do well.
I'm trying to think of any other angle just from what my connections based on previous work. Was the I had mentioned that I worked with a younger sister of Cloud. That she
What was her name?
what was her name? Stupid parents. Her name's Delilah.
Yeah, it is.
And
I hate these people.
she was more into the she was kind of into the hotel business, and kind of seemed like a more serious character. I don't know whether we were social or not, but anyway,
I think you were. Yeah.
So I'm gonna reach out to her, same kind of thing, try to call her and see if she'll take my call, find out if my weird persona non grata status has filtered beyond just Samson's circle.
Yeah, let's do another emotion roll for you.
Tremendous. That's what I'm good
two
at.
dice. Yeah.
You got me feeling emotions. It's not Carly Rae Jepsen, but
2 dice. You want to get over your number.
Okay. Wait. Over?
Yeah, over for emotions.
Okay, cool. I didn't do that. I got a 4. I got a 4 and a 3.
Oh, that's great.
Actually,
a 4 is
perfect.
fine. Okay.
Yeah.
So I need to ask you a question, huh?
You cut to the feeling.
Yeah, I was just pulling up that video, and that's not what that sounds like.
No. Because I'm singing "Hooked on a Feeling," which is not a
song. Let's see.
Get that unreleased BJ Thomas catalog.
Does Samson have I don't know. I don't know how specific I can be.
You can ask whatever you like. You got your 4.
Is this a family thing? Is this somebody in the family that's got it in for Samson?
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Delilah actually does take your call if you're calling her.
Yeah.
And she, after the initial pleasantries, she's actually very friendly with you. Probably not intimately, but definitely like very, very, very socially, you're a welcome guest. And yeah, she asks after you and any of your friends and colleagues. And when you brief the question, she's like, just like genuinely aghast at the prospect. That's not how we do business. No one, no one in this family would lay a finger on someone else in the family. That's just not done.
Yeah, I didn't think so, but I will
Why? Have you
relate.
heard something?
Well, I'll relate to her that I was like, hey, I swung by the gallery since I was in town, and I'd heard that, I mean, I did work for Samson, so and I'd heard he had a new thing. It's not really my cup of tea, but
Yeah,
it's just
Simpson
good.
has his own ideas about what art is.
And while I was there, I got pulled into the back by some fairly serious security, and frankly, was not handled the way I would have expected, given that we had I thought we had a good working relationship.
Did you not say that you knew us?
Um, well, do you know Limerick, his sort of charge d'affaires? Yeah,
Yeah,
that guy.
he's
So
intolerable.
after as they were getting ready to head me back out to the museum from this security office, he comes by and he looks like I ran over his dog. He says that I basically me and anyone that's associated with me isn't welcome, and it's just all very confusing. But there was definitely a greater than usual security presence, and Limerick let slip something about that there was some threat. So I just I, having had a good relationship with him, I care enough to just try to figure out what's going on, and I don't want to see something. I just didn't want to see something bad happen.
Well, thank you for letting me know. Samson doesn't really confide in me with everything that's going on, but you know how he is. Everything is so dramatic.
Right, but he doesn't seem like a suspicious guy. So I don't, or a guy that would, organize having a bunch of, heavy security around. It was all very strange. It didn't, nothing that Limerick said sounded like something that would come from Cloud. Have you talked to him lately? I mean, is he okay?
Samson? I mean,
Yeah.
not recently, not since he opened his exhibit. He's so busy talking to backers, talking to patrons, showing. He's just so self-involved, he just doesn't have time for the rest of us.
But he's been around.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure everything's okay with him, because like I said, if this is him, I feel like you would have known if he was this worried about something.
Well, I haven't seen him personally. I've just talked to him like we're talking, but it's just as good.
I would just think that if
Busy
somebody
lives
was
and
hiring, had all this extra heavy security around because he's, scared of something, then he wouldn't be, conducting all of his normal business and doing, openings and having drinks with friends and stuff. So that's all. Like I said, it was all very strange, and I just wanted to see if you had any insight.
Well, I'll try to get in touch with him and see what has gotten into him, but thanks for letting me know. This is, I don't know, his behavior has been a little bit more than usual,
Yeah.
It's just
Well, and tell him that, if there's genuinely, if there's a personal problem, tell him to get in touch with me. I don't want to have to hear things filtered through Limerick when, he was just acting so strangely. So
I'll be sure to do that. Thank you
All right.
so much.
Thanks.
What is Boz up to? Folks are chatting.
Boz is trying to figure out a way in there to go see what's actually going down.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because if the plans say, oh, there's no basement room, that's only, HVAC shit. Clearly, that's not what's actually down there. So Boz is trying to find out either if they have a good way to get in there and just go look, or if they happen to know somebody who could get better up-to-date blueprints or schematics or something. whether that's
Yep.
a clerk at the Department of the Interior, the buildings, or whatever, or if
Mhm.
it's an actual hacker who can get in there and see the layout of things. Yeah. So Baz,
Yeah. To the best of y'all's understanding, Farquhar's map is like up to date, 100%.
okay.
There's nothing more recent to that on the
Yeah.
without going in and doing a survey yourself.
And that's, it might be a few months old, but again, when you look at the area that we're talking about directly under that atrium, it's not like there is a bunch of unused space that could have been easily repurposed. So if there's something in there, it's compact, or there's been something massive changed, in the last 4 or 5 months. I mean, and frankly, something feels like it's changed in the last 4 or 5 months, because this is not the way that business was concluded between
So
me
then
and him.
It seems like perhaps the thing to do is to get a security uniform, because security, and go get down and put eyes on the thing.
If we need to do it tonight, so the biggest question on my mind is, how do we get in? The easiest plan to me seems not easy, but if we could get in before they close, pull a night at the museum, basically.
I was going to say,
If
do
we
we
could-
dress up as Teddy Kennedy?
or like somehow
Yeah.
hide so that we're already in when they close, and we don't have to like break in or find a vent or something. Again, it's not easy because I'm sure the guards will be patrolling and everything.
Here's
but-
my idea: we get in shortly before they close, and we pull the fire alarm. Right. So they close at what, 7 o'clock? Say.
Yeah.
Right. So we get in there at like 6:30. Pull the fire alarm at 20 till. People are already going to be trickling out to begin with. They'll get everybody out. There'll be enough noise, lights, and confusion. We can get in there, smash, grab.
Hey, Boz, you said
And-
something.
And just one more thing: if there is somebody out going to whack Samson, they're going to try it after dark when things are closed. So that way, hopefully, we won't run afoul of the other team.
Well, but also, if they're trying to whack Samson, he's
Right.
not going to be at the museum after it's closed, isn't he? He would be at home. So that seems the best time to be at the museum is when he's not there.
Maybe. Is he there all the time? Do we know?
No, that's just his exhibit. He has
Oh,
apartments everywhere. He's a rich guy, very
Yeah.
busy.
Yeah.
so I kind of like that plan. It's louder, it's noisy, and it's quick.
Yeah, you don't even know if he's in the city or not.
Only thing I worry about are two things: is that is going to attract the authorities to the museum.
Yep.
So we have to do that,
Theoretically,
and
just the
two-
fire department.
Theoretically, but keep in mind they're on high alert because they think something is up.
Mm.
And I think a fire alarm going off conveniently, I doubt that they would just be like, "Uh-oh." They're going to be like, "Okay, shenanigans."
Okay. I do
I
like
like
some
the idea.
shenanigans. I do like some
Yeah.
shenanigans.
If they weren't on high alert, I think it's a good idea.
Okay, fine. An actual fire then. Okay? An actual fire.
Yeah.
We can go burn down the meme wing. That shit can get reprinted anyway. Right?
Love it.
That might at least be a good step one to allow us, like how we end up getting to hide out after they close.
Sure.
Because if tension goes elsewhere, then the question is finding a good place to hide out, or how to do we have a contact maybe who we can find? Do the guards have do they have a specific patrol route? Is it random? They just go around, or it's like, okay, every hour you got 2 guys that walk this route or whatever.
Well, that's all going to go out the window as soon as the fire alarm goes off. So it's
That
going to
would-
be.
I would bet that our inside man might have some insight as to the
Yeah.
patrol route.
Yeah,
Fair point.
but again, I would say that normally, yeah, I could tell you I could tell you about how the security is set up if you were talking about going in on a normal day or night. But if you're talking about like making a big noisy thing, everything's going to be out the window. And then
Yeah.
my other concern is that, my information seems slightly out of date because these guys, I was doing security consulting for him. But this is not, the style of thing that was set up at that point. So there might be some new things in place. It could
I
be.
think there are more.
Just get Nancy. I want to do it. I want to do it.
Understand, but I think it feels like there's more points for staying cool and quiet than going noisy. Seems like that gives us more disadvantages. And to be honest, it seems like just the smaller footprint we can leave, less damage we can leave. Again, hopefully optimally, we are in and out with no injuries, no kills, no damage to the museum. Let's just get our data. GTFO.
Boz does not look entirely happy with like a quiet night at the museum.
The other,
but they also acknowledge that you're right.
So 7 o'clock is rolling around.
We might also just quickly consider whether, especially if we're going stealthy, is it easier to stealth 1 or 2 people in rather than 3 people in? Like, is there a role that can be played from outside to help coordinate?
That is a very good idea. But I definitely like it.
I'm not being,
You've already been made.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm not.
True. You.
If you come around there again, they're going to be looking for you.
Yeah, it could even be, facial recognition and stuff. So,
do any of your implants help with that?
You mean as far as like remodeling?
Yeah.
Well, the normal kind of cosmetic stuff, but it really would depend on how sophisticated their stuff was. If I were trying to like not be made,
there's always the sock over the face.
Yeah.
Right. Yes, you could. That's true.
Old school. So what's the plan, boss man?
Do like the quiet approach. I am trying to figure out how we can make use of you on the outside.
Well,
I understand. I think
we're
you're
talking.
right.
The intention here is to get in, find this whatever this thing is, and if we have to, just yank it out of the wall and run with it. Right?
That's the
Actually, I've got something.
Because I could be waiting at the curb.
You're known as muscle. That's your strength, correct?
Yep.
Oh, wait, you're the muscle? Sorry.
I'm the muscle.
You're the muscle. Damn it.
Gun show.
Yeah, he's the one that can actually, like, if he put on one of the uniforms, he's going to fit in with those other screwheads.
Bosses are they?
Sorry, but they're going to fit in with the other muscle there, just appearance wise.
Yeah. Boss has the buzz cut to match too.
I was just thinking, it's a shame that we have to keep the inside man out and the muscle in.
Right. But
optimally flipping those would be better.
But perhaps our inside man could get inside the network.
Mm.
That's a good idea.
Right?
Well,
if you
here's
have
what I'm
access
thinking.
to the security that you can
in
feed
fact,
to us.
I talked
like using his recognizability as a tool.
Mm.
I'm also here's what I'm worried about. I don't know how you might be able to help this, but maybe you can brainstorm with me here. We know that we're not the only ones after this thing, so it would also be good. I guess if you're going to be outside, to be keeping an eye out for anybody else.
Yep.
And try to keep
and I think
anybody else out.
And there's a call that I
that's
can
great.
make to try to to at least see if I can be on the phone with someone to get some intel or even some access. When I did work for the sister, there are people there. She sounded like everything was cool on their end, so maybe I could call somebody that I worked with on her last job and see if there's any either access or if he's just heard any noise that that could tip us off if something starts to go sideways.
I've got a suggestion.
I'm
Well,
sticking.
they aren't gonna like it, but let me propose it. Look, I know we're all in this to get paid, but this is obviously we're under far more of a time crunch than we would like. So we're gonna have to go in fairly half-assed. What if we break off a little piece of what we're gonna make, which is very generous, to hire Nim and his team to help us make sure nobody but us gets into the museum.
That works.
So we got
Yeah.
backup on our side, muscle that can patrol and make sure that nobody else gets in that damn museum except for us.
And you trust him? Like you're pretty confident when he says that he didn't like the job?
Well, Nim's good people.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know the guy, so
No, he's
All right.
he's solid.
all right. I
I've worked with Nim before.
Yeah, you've done some dirty work with him.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, and hopefully I don't think it should cost us too much because it's a simple patrol the perimeter, keep people out.
Yep.
Like,
And they
that's
can
nothing-
always,
yeah,
and their job is to also bug out and let us know and not engage if necessary.
exactly. So it shouldn't be too costly to us, hopefully.
Yeah.
Let me give him a ring.
Yeah, you
yeah,
know,
see if
so-
he's into that.
Cool. Back so soon.
Yeah, Nim. We
You change your mind? You want
no,
you want
no. I'm still not taking that gig. But look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I do got another little gig I'm on that I could use some very simple assistance with.
I'm listening.
It also involves Cloud. However, nothing to do with the man himself. We have no intents of harming him. Obviously, I'm sure as you know in these kinds of things, it's nothing personal. I'm only going to give you as much information as you need to know. And what you need to know is we're going to be in the museum tonight, and we need help making sure that no one else is in the museum, gets into that museum tonight except us, because there's other teams working towards the same goal as me.
All right. You want me to run interference for you?
Exactly.
What's the cut?
I'm hoping our history will give me a little discount, but I don't know how to. Since we haven't been talking exact numbers, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know,
Say 10%.
yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say whatever the three of us would agree is we're willing to part with.
Yeah.
I would
Um,
say you could start at 10 and go to 20 if you had to for my part.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we'll start at 10% of whatever the three of us total are making.
Let's. Do you feel like this is more of a swords and emotions thing?
I feel like it's emotions because it's more about our rapport and
Diplomacy kind of,
chemistry and
yeah.
diplomacy
Yeah.
kind of stuff. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. I think 2 dice here is gonna be good on emotions.
Yeah. All right. So if I'm trying to with emotions, I'm
You want
trying
to
to
roll
roll
over
over
Yeah.
my. What do I have? A 3, right?
3.
Yes. Yeah. How about 2 successes?
Yes.
Perfect. Yeah. So Nim's like, hang on. Let me talk to a guy real fast.
You got
And
it.
he drops for a couple of minutes. He's like, I don't have any men on the ground right now, but I can do you one better. 10% is more than enough. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to let you borrow my drone network for a few hours. So we'll have some eyes in the air. I can set up the squeal on you. There won't be any mess.
So how will that keep people out though?
Well, you said you just want us to notify. You want guns on the drones? I can put guns on the
I
drones.
mean, yeah, I wanted to make sure. Like, I need people not just letting us know if people, I'm like keeping people from getting it. If someone else is trying to get into that museum, they need to be stopped.
Okay. Do you want it messy or clean?
I want guns on these drones so bad. I can't begin to tell
I
you.
mean, I always prefer clean, but I'm not gonna make that a hard rule. It can get
Alright.
messy.
10% will get you messy. Done. And he shoots you some access codes for a network of a couple dozen drones. And he's like, cool, just deploy them around the museum and they'll be ready to go
Then you're the man.
anytime.
Well, boys, I got us a network of armed drones.
There you go. Perfect.
So I guess Farquhar would be the point man monitoring those if you're going to be the one staying outside. Is that how that
Yeah.
works?
And I've already got the.
I don't even know.
you know,
Are they automated, or is it something someone has to monitor and operate, or how's that work?
You probably they're probably fairly autonomous, but you want to probably monitor them to give them generalized instructions like
Sure.
attack
Cool.
that area,
No.
stop blowing that guy up.
Do not
Yeah,
blow
and
us
the-
up.
Yeah.
Do we want to bring one or two in with us? Maybe.
Ooh.
like that.
As long as we don't end up leaving any, as long as we can do that without leaving blind spots on the perimeter.
Yeah. I mean, if he
Yeah,
said we
we
had,
could totally
Nim
do
said
that.
we had a couple dozen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got
so,
more than enough.
Yeah. So one or two along with us on the inside might be very helpful.
Nice.
Not thousands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Closing time is rolling around. So
All right, let's do it.
What's the deal?
So the car is at the end of the block. As
Floating.
far as the cloaking is concerned, yeah, is that like an invisibility field, or I just make it look like a cab, sitting at a cab stand or
Ooh.
something?
Yeah. You tell me.
I guess I don't want to get. So yeah, how about it's a? It just looks like a cab with a out of service light on it.
You got TARDIS cloaking. Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice. Camouflage circuits.
Yeah.
feel like
Chameleon
also
circuits.
Farquhar would probably know the best place for us to attempt this.
Yeah. So like I said, you've got three choices. There are
Our hiding
stairwells at the ends of all three wings. And so you can pick any one of them, but I would say you want to pick the left or right ones, because the center one down at that end is where all of the offices are, including where the bruisers, drink their coffee.
And that's where,
So-
and to be clear,
Is-
also, like, we don't actually know where the data is, right? So we're gonna have to go searching for it.
Yeah,
We
it's
don't,
in the
but-
basement somewhere.
Yeah, Boz seemed to, be
Yeah.
pretty confident that it looked like it was going to be underneath. So
Right. Because that platform is not big enough for it to be anywhere else.
All right.
Is there a
So,
loading dock or something that might give us better access?
Yeah, there's a loading dock in the
Yeah.
back.
Because that might be better.
yeah, and that actually opens into the not the main floor. That opens into the
Mhm.
bottom floor
Mhm.
at a back street.
Yeah, there's
so
freight elevators
that's
that go up,
good.
yeah.
Probably
The
some
bad
good,
part
like-
the bad part is that it is underneath the central wing. It's not down at one end or the other. So it's sort of the wrong end, but it gets you straight into the basement area. So there's just going to be like storerooms and loading dock kind of area.
That feels
you-
better to me.
Yeah, I agree that not having to go through
All right.
the. Yeah.
I
I
think,
just feel like they probably have more cameras like in the actual museum. Maybe
Sure,
they have like one
sure.
or two on the back. It'd be easier to get back there.
While that discussion is going on, I'm gonna wheel around the block and just kind of check out the loading dock and make sure there's not like an APC or something parked there.
Yeah, actually, you can do it from the get it from the drones.
Oh, from the
Yeah.
drones. Good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
and
Yeah,
needs to- I mean, I
right
think
now
this-
go for it.
I think this is fairly obvious, but just to make it stated, we're on the same page. Me and you, Boz, once we're in now, I definitely think we need to make sure and stick together, because we don't want two possibilities of getting caught or being
No.
seen and everything in separate places. So make sure and stay right with each other.
Stick on with me. You'll
I
be
like
fine.
the drones going with you too, because that
Yeah.
way we'll also, that'll help me to kind of have a better sense of
Right.
tracking
Yeah,
where you
you get a
are. It's going to be
visual.
linked in through his network.
Sure.
Yeah,
Cool.
we can
That's what we-
maybe hide, leave one behind. So it'll be great to have the drones with us. Let's do that.
Farquhar, give me a swords roll with 2 dice. That'd be
That's below.
Yeah, under a 4.
What are we rolling for, GM?
To see what the loading dock looks like.
Yay!
I have a 3 and a 4 out of 4.
Perfect. That's 2 successes, which is, and you also get to ask me another question. The loading dock is totally clear.
Okay. The I don't know. What could I ask? I would say, are they are they looking for something like, I don't know. I'm sorry. Let's see. Is there anyone? Do I have a brainstorm as I'm sitting in the car thinking about this? Is there anyone that that I can call that can that's either on the inside or that can help us from the outside? Is there someone that I can call for?
Ooh. Yeah, there is. You know a bunch of his little art cadre, and you know that one of them, Cricket, is setting up an installation on the 2nd floor in the physical wing, and they're probably still at work.
Setting up a an exhibit.
Yeah, so
Oh.
they're like doing a physical thing with like moving steel plates with the different.
Oh, I see. There's a new installation that they're putting in.
Yeah.
Inside the museum already. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, how can I leverage that? I will let them know in the meantime that the you know, as I wheel back. Oh no, I'm that's right. I didn't have to go back. I'll let them know that the back area looks clear. We're going to be okay to insert through the loading dock. And you guys have copies of the map that I have, so you'll know that, you know, once you're out of the loading dock, you're going to pass by 2 main storerooms, and then you've got a long hallway, and you're going to go all the way down to the end of that hallway. Basically, it's just you know, it's a big T, so you're heading for the center of the T.
Okay.
And hopefully, as you get closer, you'll let me know if you see anything that doesn't match the, you know, the diagrams, that isn't just pipes and ducts and stuff.
Well, theoretically, we have the shard with the map on it, and that can HUD over what we're seeing.
Yeah.
So that should be pretty straightforward. Does the maps
These
that we have
futuristic shades aren't just for looks.
do the map that we have also show where the cameras are, so we can avoid them?
Yeah, I think so.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Okay. So hopefully it will be relatively easy for us to infiltrate through the back with and avoid the cameras and get onto
Yeah,
the
do
loading
a
dock.
solid snake through there.
Perfect.
Yeah, and there's definitely not as much security underneath as there is around the exhibits.
Right.
I mean, this was the security at the time was definitely being set up to protect, you know, artwork. So
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, and I'm sure they probably
Right.
don't expect anybody to be getting to the underbelly
Yeah.
without coming through,
Right.
you know, being in the main areas or whatever.
My guess is they probably have like one camera like on the back door, and like that's it.
Hmm.
But yeah.
do we have time to like manage some like jumpsuits just so
I
at
was-
least, you know,
I was just
credibly
thinking some kind of costumes.
Yeah,
Um,
costume time.
Ba, ba, ba.
Hey, I just had an idea, guys. Give me 30 seconds. So tap the earpiece and look up and ring up this Cricket, who is one of the associates that worked in the you know, museum, but not in a security capacity, but somebody
Yeah.
that I would have worked with on just, you know, working within the exhibit space and stuff like
Yeah.
that, and see if I can get them to pick up.
Yeah, they definitely pick up and they're like, "Hey, Farquhar, what's up?
Yeah, long time
no
no
hear."
long time no talk to. Listen,
And
just
you can hear like, "No, over there. Move a little bit to the left." Okay, yeah, just plug it in there. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
yeah, it's fine. I don't know if I would need any kind of role to just sort of get you know, a sense of how they're reacting, but I'm not.
Mhm.
I'm wanting to just make sure that I'm not getting an instant. Oh shit, it's that guy we were told not to talk to, or whatever. Like whether they're being relatively unguarded. I kind of want
No,
to
they're just
establish in
like,
the
"Oh," they seem a little distracted.
sure,
they
and a little
don't see
puzzled
it.
as to why is this guy
Yeah.
who worked for the boss months ago
Yeah.
calling.
Is this a social call?
No, not at all. I'm sorry. You're working on that new exhibit. It's
Yeah, the faces of the city.
yeah, that's the one. Have you got there's a delivery. I'm working on some stuff with a supplier for Mr. Cloud.
Oh, great.
And I know it's after hours, but things got kind of mixed up. And is it possible that can you just go be there to kind of like sign a clipboard for us? We just got some people that are bringing some stuff in. And I didn't know who else to call. I don't think that Mr. Cloud's around. And I knew that you might be working late like you usually did.
Yeah, let's make a emotions roll for this.
Okay.
I think we can get 2 dice for this because you know.
All right. And there's a 2 and a 5.
Nice. So that is 1 success. Yeah, so they're like, I can't come down myself. I'm very busy. I can send one of my guys down.
Sure. Yeah, it's gonna be a couple guys, just a small package that they just need to leave in the storeroom
Sandy,
down there.
put that down. Sandy, I need you to.
I'm
do me a
sorry.
favor.
Listen, I won't take any more of your time, but if you can just have somebody down there, I don't know, if like 20 minutes, 15 minutes, something like that, that would be amazing.
Perfect. I can do that. And yeah, I'll have them grab me something too.
Thanks very much. I won't take any more of your time.
What should Sandy be looking for?
It's just delivery guys. They'll be wearing, like I don't know, which company was it? I'm kind of talking off mic,
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Dark
like
green
blue,
jumpsuits.
like dark green jumpsuits.
What are they bringing in?
It's a box of paperwork actually, but it's files for Cloud. But like I said, it was supposed to come in the morning, and it's the scheduling got mixed up, so these guys aren't available.
It took
I can
me
get it done
weeks
right
to
now.
get the. Yeah, great. Thank you. Well, of course. Yeah. Thank you, Sandy.
right.
Yes.
All right, take care. Appreciate your help.
Yeah. Hope to see you soon. Let's get a coffee sometime.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great.
Okay, guys, you need green jumpsuits, and you need a box.
Okay.
This is why I hired you guys.
Clearly,
like
that's
how-
something that we can easily have gotten together.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Or,
So yes, somebody will that way if there does happen, the drones aren't seeing any like vehicles or any patrols like out in the alley or the lot behind or anything, but
Yeah.
just in the event that there's someone at the loading dock, that you can get in, and this person's not going to know shit from anything, so just tell them you're here to deliver a package, and send them back to thank Cricket.
Okay.
Then
Well,
you should be in.
Bots will come back with the jumpsuits and like a printed out copy of the end user license agreement for something that looks important.
Cool. So this is after closing hours.
Yeah,
I
like
think so,
just
yeah.
after.
Yeah.
Great.
That was why
Well,
we
it was to
need
hit
somebody
it.
to.
Yeah. So 7:30. It's it's February, so it's pretty dim still.
Okay.
What's your move?
Let's roll up on this joint.
Yep, everything's still clear from the air.
Cool. Yeah, so you walk up to the loading dock, and it's a big two big door area with the sort of concrete ramp that goes down.
I'm gonna tilt my hat towards the camera as we walk.
And out on the loading dock is a slight younger man, and he's actually carrying a coffee container, the 4 cups, container with 2 cups in it, and he's just kind of like looking around. When he sees you, he waves.
The high sign. Walk on over.
Hey, Mr. Cricket told me to meet you. Did you need a signature? Was that?
Yeah, we're dropping this box off inside. And I know you got to give out to Cricket. It's cool.
Yeah, I don't mind. They're a well, I don't want to bother you. I've got an extra coffee if you want one. I got the wrong kind.
Oh, thanks.
He gives you the 2 coffees.
Okay.
Great, just sign here.
No. We'll go deliver it. We'll see you later.
Oh, Cricket said I needed a sign for something.
We'll see you later. We'll go deliver this.
Yeah, we just needed
Oh.
the signature, but we can't actually entrust delivery to a third party. It's in, you know how the legalese is and the lawyers. They don't. Once it leaves our hands, it has to be in its destination.
Um, Boz, can I get a? I think this is gonna be a. Gosh, is it a swords roll? I think it's a swords roll.
I feel like
For
it might-
intimidate.
sadly,
like
that might
that's-
be emotions.
All right, cool. Yeah, let's do that.
I mean, I want it to be swords, but I think it's emotions.
Yeah, and you are definitely an expert at this.
Yes.
So,
So we've got 2
let's
dice.
do
You
2
know what?
dice.
Am I prepared for this also?
Are you prepared to intimidate a slight young man? Probably.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
we had a plan. We
Yeah.
Let's do
talked
3
about.
dice.
He
We
knew
had a plan with
exactly what was coming down.
costumes.
And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Soundtrack, smoke machine.
But we're about as prepared as it comes.
Dice. Woohoo! Oh, wait, am I rolling over or lower? I got it either way.
For emotions, you want to roll over.
I got a 6. I got a 1, a 2, and a 6. So either way, I'm good.
But you got one. Great. And yeah, so Sandy's just like, oh, you okay. Great. You
Bye.
bye.
And Basil just like push past them.
Yeah,
Not quite like elbow the nerd in the shoulder, but definitely just
yeah. He actually like does get knocked back and like goes up against the wall. He's like very nervous.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so you enter the loading dock area. There's a the big rolling door with two sort of entryway doors on the side, and it leads into a receiving area with the usual docky looking stuff there,
okay.
with a few corridors going off in various directions, left, right.
All right. Well, I'll
forward.
pop up the hood and see which way we're going to where we
Yeah.
need to be.
straight ahead
Yeah,
from
so-
there.
Yeah, straight ahead from there.
Oh
deep
wait,
into
I
the
nearly
house.
forgot. Farquhar, we're in.
Once he's gone, you can pull the drones out of your bag and let them,
Yeah.
flit watch your 6 and stuff.
Yeah,
Let
I'll
him
do that.
drone.
Set them on follow mode.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Farquhar, actually, you as you're keeping an eye on things, you notice a lot of the security guards kind of like checking out for the night. Pretty much all the ones that look like kind of like mall cop level security guards are off shift right now. So there's probably less security right now, but the security, you don't see any of the ex-military guys leaving. Great. So we are going down the corridor to the steam area, and everything's pretty smooth. There are security cameras there, but you're supposed to be there right now. So nothing, no alarms or anything are going off.
Definitely
And,
making sure that I angle my hat brim in the right
Yeah.
directions.
Yeah, for sure. And you get to the sort of HVAC marked area
Mhm.
that you have there, and there is a, it's a concrete wall with it looks like a blast door almost, with a keypad and some sort of either optical or hand recognition, some sort of entry.
Am
mechanic stuff.
I'm seeing that on the drones video.
Yeah,
Is that on the map?
that is not on the map. That looks like it should just be a regular old HVAC maintenance.
Yeah, like this is. I'm
Maintenance.
picturing. What was on the map is one of those under those lower level passageways where there's like lots of pipes and wiring trays and stuff
Yeah.
along the ceiling. And
Yeah, in fact, there's the corridor is actually, it's got some grating above where like wires run and stuff. And just before it gets to this concrete wall with blast doors, you can tell that the grate above, used to continue forward, but has been, cut off.
Like sealed.
Yeah,
and-
well, it's been like it used to, like almost like there was a corridor here before. They had conduit going,
Mhm.
and that conduit has been cut off and a wall put in place.
Okay.
Shocker.
So, question then: the wires that were in that conduit, where do those wires go?
They're like tee off to either side.
Okay.
Hmm. And that's definitely directly where we were talking about going.
This is where we need to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Needless to say, you guys are looking at the same map I am.
Mhm.
That door's not on the plan. Is it just from, again, when I was doing security here, is this even like similar? Do I recognize this equipment? I mean, is this like, this doesn't look like an extension of a normal project that I was doing.
No, this is definitely like not
new and
museum level
extraordinary.
security. Yeah, and you can
Yeah.
tell the just from sort of checking out the general lay of the area, it seems like the concrete bunker wall kind of follows the contour of the atrium just one level below.
It's in here.
How can I help?
Let's look at this keypad thing.
Yeah.
Any markings on it as far as like manufacturer or anything like that I might use to look anything up? Or
It's there's not any
yeah.
brand names or anything.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Do I know, or would I have to ask Nim if these drones have any hacking ability?
Probably not these ones. These are just surveillance and combat drones.
Right.
Is this a blast door that looks like it comes down and up, or is there like a door that opens, like a human
It's
sized
kind of
door?
like a sliding door,
Star Trek doors.
like
Okay.
Star Trek doors, like a like a
Like at a grocery store door.
like a forklift might fit through.
Okay.
Not that size.
Hey
Not
guys,
truck size.
you passed some security on the way in, right?
One or two.
Any of them got badges?
Sure they do.
Question is, would they be authorized for access to this?
I don't know. It doesn't look like the kind of thing you can sneak past.
Nope.
Smashing it's probably not a great idea, unless there's something like the hinges we can take off the edge or something. No, it's not that kind of door.
I mean, hinges on the inside probably.
Guys, are we maybe back to like we need a badge probably, right?
It's a code, right, Mark?
Yeah, it's got some ports and whatnot. So if you wanted to, if there's some hacking you wanted to try, you could probably figure something out.
I kind of want to try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'm gonna guess that that's not gonna work. But
Any chance, Mark, like some of the numbers are more worn down than the other?
Ooh, let's get a swords roll to find out.
All right.
And that's gonna be 1 die.
Yeah, I don't think
Wanna roll-
I'm not an expert
wanna
and I'm
roll
not
under.
prepared.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to roll under a 4. How about a big old 6?
That's not it.
No, that's not
Uh,
under.
Yeah, you notice that they are pretty well brand new. Actually, it's
That was
not,
what I was
it's
afraid
not,
of.
and you hear as you're kind of inspecting it, boot steps.
One pair or
coming
two.
from the right.
I look at. Oh crap! I look at Zap. I'm like, okay.
I'm
my co-
pulling the
hold my
cab
coffee.
around to the back.
And where are these steps coming from?
Hallway down the right.
Hallway down, not from the area we're trying to get to, though.
No, probably you figure there's probably a patrol that goes around the perimeter of this area down here, and that patrol is almost upon you.
I set down my box and I hand my coffee to Zap. And
The-
Sure you don't want to back out to the loading dock till they pass?
we're gonna have to jump these guys.
The fast
They're like coming
car-
right here, right, Mark?
Yeah.
Is Is there a
They're
pla-
turning the corner in 5.
Yeah,
what's
I'm
the-
basically
or-
What's
Mark.
the layout? I'm just wondering, is there a place
I'm-
like where I can get out of sight, where he's in sight, but then like if something goes down, I can get the jump
Yeah,
on
you-
somebody?
So this is like a kind of like a curved rectangle kind of area with corridors going around the edges. So you can like pop back in
actually,
the corridor you came
I know-
down.
Real quick, there's 2 of them coming, right?
That you can
I'm not going to give you my coffee because I know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the lid off the coffee and hide right by the doorstop,
Mhm.
right? So I'm planning
You're
is to
preparing.
basically put the coffee in one of them's eyes, punch the one with my cyber little like hydraulic things, and then get the other.
Yeah.
One.
Cool.
So I am
My-
planning and preparing.
And I'm
My-
backing down, so hopefully they don't see me.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So the
My-
two of the guys with the Zorg XF9s come
Yeah.
around the corner, and they're just they do not have the museum uniform on. They're just black head to toe crew cuts.
Yeah.
You know these guys.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's roll 3 dice for swords.
Yeah.
Because you're
And-
definitely an expert in this.
And Mark, my plan is that probably about the time that all the noisy stuff starts, I hope to have the unusually fast cab pulled up at the loading dock and then properly cloaked, because I'm going to basically just be heading to the door in case shit goes
Cool.
completely sideways.
My hope
Cloak
is
it
that
as, like,
this
a
will be.
dumpster or something.
My hope is this will be quick and quiet.
That's a good idea.
2 and a 1. That is 2 successes underneath my number,
Nice.
and a 6, but that doesn't help us.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah. So tell me how it goes down.
So, like, basically, the coffee, I take a sip and then splash it at Ig's face, and then in like the same motion, like the cyber like hits out and hits Ook in the same face, and then the other one and hits Ig's face. So, bam, bam, boom, and then catch them kind of before they get down.
Yeah, definitely. You
And
like
then
they are
Drag.
badly hurt and out, and you have them in your capable arms.
Beautimus.
Yeah.
And drag
Um,
them around the corner so they can't be seen.
Cool.
You know,
Yeah. Zap,
I find
you
myself.
are.
I'm very happy that the muscle ended up inside with me after all. That worked out well.
Yeah. I'm standing on the loading dock just outside the door, and I'm like I'm not in the car, so I don't have the full the big screen. So I'm
Mhm.
trying to look on my stupid flip phone to see if I can see what the drones are up to. And I'm like, I just to say through the mic, is everything cool, or do you need me?
2 stones down. Everything's quiet so far.
Yeah, drones still show no activity.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
and
take-
you can see the action through the drones that are tailing them too.
Nice.
Yeah.
I want to take one of the security guards' radios.
Mhm.
Put like that on the other ear, as it were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good golly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
they're,
do
they're
they?
just like a bone conduction microphone. just
Mm.
Oh,
in the ear.
nice. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take one of the badges
Mhm.
and swipe it.
All right, let's see if that works. Let's do 2 dice for swords on this one.
Okay. Is there a thumb thing or something? You said a biometric thing.
Yeah, there's like a little, it could be biometric, could be swipe for card, could be eye, could be thumb.
Okay.
Sure.
Well, hang on a second.
Some
Is
type
the-
of input.
Is the card a prox card or a swipe card or a barcode, or is it obvious?
It's just a blank card with the name of a security, Falcon
Right.
Security. on
So
it.
then I'll just hold it up like it's a prox card.
Cool.
All right.
Let's
2
see if
dice
that
for
does it.
swords.
Beep.
A 4.
Door
Oh,
open.
excuse me. A 1 and a 3. So 4
Nice.
total, both under my thing. That is a success.
Awesome. Yeah.
Boss is on fire.
Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, so it definitely works.
Nice.
The thing lights up green, the doors slide, and lead you into the room, which is the same shape as the atrium above. You can see that concrete glass wall goes all the way
Nice.
around. There are no other exits. This is the way in and out. And in the center of it is it does kind of look like the TARDIS central console. It's got sort of like control panels around it and a column that goes up directly below where the
We should bring them in
Solutions.
here with us. The bodies.
Oh, absolutely.
drag them in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to grab a wet floor sign to put over the coffee stain so nobody looks at it?
Yeah,
Safety
you can-
first.
definitely swipe the doors closed if you need to.
Yep. Definitely going to do that. Give me 1 second. I got to check on one thing. I'm sorry for the break.
Yeah, you got it. I assume the drones are going in with you, so
Oh yeah. I mean, I guess.
so Farquhar gets the whole scene too. So
Yeah,
we
and I'm
definitely see all this.
yeah. Now that I realize that there's not and don't have entire need for panic, I'm making sure that I'm not observed, and then get back in and get back away from the doors. I want to be I want ideally back at the front because I'm still thinking that I might need to make a scene or something too.
Mhm.
Yeah, let's see.
I guess now that we're in here, is there something looks like it could be the computer with the files we need? I mean,
Oh yeah, I mean, the whole thing looks like the computer bank screens and jacks and blinky lights.
I guess I'll get to work on that then. See if I can start trying to find these files we need.
Yeah. Let me get a swords roll for you. Just
Ooh.
one die, I think.
Swords.
You want to roll?
You don't think we're prepared for this? This is kind of what we came
Mm.
for. I got the drive ready to
Oh yeah,
copy
so
all the
let's do
files
two
from and
dice.
everything.
Yeah, you got 2 dice to figure it out.
So swords, I need to get.
Under a 3.
Oh yeah, under. Not as good at that. How about 2 failures?
All right.
0 successes.
We walk away for 1
I'm
minute.
trying to find the files in the computer.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
just
that's
trying
what
to
you
figure
come
out how
back to.
this computer works.
And so now we're here. I'm trying to find the files, and I got 0 successes.
You get a message from Cloud.
I do.
You do.
I do. From Cloud.
Yeah.
Oh boy. On
This
the computer
is
terminal.
Zap that gets it.
Zap does, yeah.
Like,
How am I
Like,
getting it?
on your
on
yeah.
On my personal thing.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, and his face comes up and it's like, what are you doing? Leave me alone. What, get out of there.
I'm afraid I can't do that, Cloud.
No dice.
Don't touch anything and walk away. I'll pay you whatever you need.
Oh, can you pay me in unreleased Carly Jepsen albums?
Just please. I'm asking you as a person,
As an actual human
he's
person.
not a person.
which I actually am.
As an
For-
actual
as an actual human person
As
who
an
has a real body.
honest engine.
Not lying.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, this is an awkward conversation we're having, Cloud, because we're here for a reason.
Zap, what's going on?
I don't know. I've got Cloud on my personal communicator asking us very nicely to leave, saying he'll pay us to walk away. How much will you pay us to walk away? I give him the
Double
a
whatever
number.
you're making.
He'll pay us double to walk away.
Seems like a good deal.
It seems a little too good of a deal. How did we? So you're just going to let us walk out of here unharmed, wire us double the amount of money we were going to get paid for this?
I will let you walk out of here unharmed and wire you double whatever you're getting paid now.
The
Why?
drones are clear. But I'm not able to see what he's seeing, right? Ugh.
I'm looking for the box, by the
All
way.
right.
You're looking
Since
for the what?
we
Wait, hang on. Go ahead. Zap.
no, go, since we seem to be at a standoff, as it were, neither one of us knows if we can trust the other. How about you wire us the money, then we walk away?
Done.
Check
I
my
name a
bank.
figure twice of what we're getting already.
Everybody,
Yep.
check your bank accounts.
It's wired to you.
Oh, it's wired straight
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah, you get to distribute the money.
I've got the money in my account.
Are we less worried about some weird AI than Cloud and his people? If so, then
The only thing I'm worried about is how easy this seems. Because it seems to me like we can just walk away right now and be rich, and that's the end of it.
drones still look good.
Drones still look good.
Hey, Zap, can you see if you can magically detect why he's lying or something?
You want to use emotions to see if what's
Yeah.
going on? Zap?
Sure, yeah, why not?
Being an
Sure.
actual
Yeah.
human flesh person.
I think since you know him, we'll give you 2 dice.
And I'm going emotion, so that's over.
That's over.
1 success and 1 cut to the feeling.
Oh, yes.
Ooh, yeah.
Hmm.
So you sense in his voice something that you've never really gotten from him before. He's just like a rich douchebag, but
Mhm.
he seems like genuinely concerned and a little bit afraid. What's your question?
If we just walk away, is that the end of this? I try to phrase it. Is this offer legit? Can we walk away with this money?
You know that
Mission.
he will let you walk away from the museum unharmed, and the money is real. What happens after that? From either side, who knows? But
What's
you can tell from
what's
his
the
voice that
offer,
he is
Zap?
genuine.
I say we abort, boys.
Let's.
Get
Can we
paid.
have a second to discuss this?
Oh yeah.
All right, sure. Put him on mute. I'll be right back.
Do you
Just
wanna
got to
ask-
discuss it with my compatriots.
you wanna ask-
Nothing if not patient.
Thank you, sir.
Let's ask our client.
Do you think that's wise?
Ask her what? If she'll go triple.
That just seems like a bad. See, I feel like that's getting. I feel like we start trying.
We
to
were
pitch
hired to do a
this.
job.
That's true.
Do you want to let known that we don't deliver?
A good point.
While my ego is not crazy about that, it won't matter if we have enough money to live on for a long time with no work.
I don't
This is
like
enough to set you up for a while. Yeah.
I don't look. I don't like it, but I definitely.
money's
my
not
gut-
everything.
My gut tells me this is legit. He's not trying to trick us. Something has him spooked. And for whatever reason, he's willing to pay us that amount to just GTFO.
Call the client.
But what are we gonna? What do we say to her? Hey,
Exactly
he's
what's
offering
going
us.
on. Yes. What's
Well, of course she's not going to. What's she going to say though? We know what she's going. She's not going to be like, "Oh, okay, cool, I understand. Y'all go." She's going to be like, "No, I hired you to get in there and do what I want you to do. So that's what I want you to do." That's what she's going to say. And we're talking.
I'm
about
looking for the box.
Yeah, I was
This
gonna
is
say, Boz. Any
I'm looking for the box.
any progress on it?
Boz, let's have you make some sword rolls. Let's get 2 dice.
2 dice.
Yeah.
I got a 1 and a 4.
Nice.
Right on.
Yeah. So as as the conversation is happening, around the far side of the panel, this is like you see, part like kind of looks like what the kind of like DAT tapes would be on, like the big sort of handles.
Oh, nice.
With future storage capacity. It is much more petabytes of storage.
Mhm.
So you're pretty sure that is the deal. You can ask me a question.
Why does Samson want us to leave this here? Is that too big of a
Because
question?
I think it might be too big of a question.
Okay,
'Cause you
okay,
don't know
okay.
Samson at all, but
Okay.
Yeah.
How is Samson hurt if this is removed?
Mm. You get the impression that he might not be. You think that might be him?
He's on the tapes.
Yeah. Do you sort of mutter that so that I can hear it?
Yeah, he's on the tapes.
That's why he doesn't want. That's all the security. It's physical security for him.
He's on the tapes.
Then let's talk about it. My vote is get the hell out of here and be rich. I don't care if some AI of a long dead pop star wants her songs back.
One less douchebag in the world.
Yeah, but I mean, kind of a
He hasn't
harmless
done anything
douchebag.
to us. Yeah, exactly. I mean, he is, as far as I know,
More
I don't know.
money, and no need to kill even an artificial person.
I don't know if any like major transgressions I don't know if anybody he's killed or his worst crime, as far as I know, is being a douchebag.
Mark, quick scan of news feeds. Searching for his name. What's the last time that I can see a mention of a public appearance or something like that?
A couple months ago.
A couple months ago. Any travel mentioned around that time?
Yeah, it says he's traveled out of the country a few times for business. The last time he was physically seen was in China somewhere.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm with you on that. If it could be a backup, he could be uploaded. And if the money's better,
Let's not fall apart as a team now. Let's go. Let's get.
We were hired to do a job.
If you do,
It's not about the money.
Let me put it this way: I'm leaving.
All right.
I'm aborting this mission. If you complete it, you will not get paid.
I'm with you. And I'm firing up the car and heading back for the dock.
I'm out the door.
He's heading the key card.
This is
For-
there's two bodies in here, right?
Oh yeah. So you want to grab the key card off the other one?
Yeah. This is nothing personal, boss. It's twice the money to simply walk away. And I see
And you have
no
6
reason.
times the money right now.
That's true.
So we're going to get paid twice. We've already got the money. We take the box. Asshole is dead. Excuse me. The douchebag is gone. And then our client pays us again. 3 times the money.
Greedy. I don't need 3 times the money. And I don't need to screw somebody else over. We're already screwing one person over. Now you want to screw 2 people over?
No, I don't want to. I want to not screw over the person who hired us to do the job.
How does the dock look once I get there? Am I able to get in?
We have been paid.
get in
We
easily.
have been paid.
I'm
to
heading
walk
that direction.
away. That has already happened. We have been paid to walk away. The other is we have not been paid yet to deliver data we have not stolen yet. In my opinion,
And while they're having this conversation, you easily make it to the blast door.
the mission is over. I'm hauling ass toward the blast door.
I take the box.
I'm coming up on the blast door.
I take the box.
All right. So you're all about right by the blast door?
Yep.
Okay.
So
and head
does it
up.
open?
Looks like Zap opens the door. So yeah.
Where's Boz?
About
Right
10
behind
feet
him.
behind, carrying a
Yep.
carrying a box.
Well, we
Is
have
this
a
like
problem
a-
here because I'm not contacting the original person. I will not go through with this mission. We will not get paid for delivering that data.
Oh yeah.
Is Boz? I'm gonna kind of step in between and sort of, because Boz is starting to look pretty serious.
More
and
serious.
the two of
than
them
As
look
it
like they're
stands-
staring.
I personally have triple our original price ready to be distributed. Now, neither one of you has any of that yet either. So right now,
there's no reason to talk about not paying people and
I
stuff like that.
agree, but somebody here is not going along with what the other
Buzz.
two have decided is the best course of action. So this puts us in an awkward position.
It certainly does. I hold up like the thing, right? Let's get out of here.
Mark.
Mhm.
This isn't gonna be good.
No, no, it's not.
Hopefully.
As he
I have
holds
some
it up,
suspicions here, but
as
Boz
he
is-
holds it
Boz
up,
is a they.
Mhm.
as Boz holds up the package, I will attempt to tase them.
All right. That is going to be swords.
I would like to hinder somebody else who's rolling.
Yeah, so let's have Boz roll to hinder.
I'd like to
you're-
aid somebody who's rolling.
All right.
I'm just trying to rely on the little bit of the two of them staring down, but I know it's weak. So
Let's say the
I-
helping and
I rolled
hindering
one.
cancel each other out. You rolled a one.
I rolled one die and got a 3.
Yeah.
Well, we have to roll to see if we can help or hinder.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's
So
say
it may
yeah.
not cancel out,
That's right. Yeah. You're right.
right?
So Boz is going to be rolling 2 for swords. Zap is probably going to be rolling 1 for swords.
And that's why can't I remember it? Swords is
Swords is
Under.
under. Yeah.
I got 2 successes. So I successfully am minusing 1 die off of Randy.
I got 1 success for what's worth.
so I
Nice.
might not have any
Nice.
dice.
So you get 1. So yeah, Farquhar, let's have a swords roll. That does cancel each other out. Let's do
So, 1 die?
Let's do 1 die. Yeah.
When I see what
ro-
he's go ahead.
I roll a 3.
A 3. That will definitely do it. So you grab it. There's a little bit of struggle, but you have it in your possession. Oh, I'm sorry. You were tasing him, right?
That was the
Yeah, I was
was the
gonna say.
plan.
Yeah.
I was
Oh
gonna say,
no!
sorry.
What just
Was that
happened?
was 1 success?
One
Yeah.
success, yeah.
Oh no! A complication, harm, or a cost with the tasing
Yeah.
and
I
the
think,
box of tapes.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh
you
no!
definitely tase him, and he goes down jiggling.
They boxes of they.
They go down jiggling, and the box does take a bit of current and also an impact on the ground, and it looks like it's not in great shape.
It's been disconnected.
Yes.
It's okay.
I'm
And
gonna take this back, insert it, and see if it's still. Pray to God it still works, because if not, we're fucked.
It does not. Nothing comes up.
Does that mean, like, do I know? Or can I tell? Is it blank? Is it erased, or is it just broken? Or
It's just not showing any connection. You don't know if it's like 100% erased or not, or if it's just like the contacts are fucked up, but nothing's coming up when you plug it back in.
All right. Well, I will
And
tell.
Boz is probably up again at this point. Just like
I
a
will-
little woozy, but they're active.
I will tell via
so
Boz
didn't
is
go well.
getting up to 1 knee.
via the
I'm
earpiece. I will
looking
tell
from one
you-
to the other.
Getting up,
Well, I'm back in the
getting out
central
that
core
stun
now, right?
baton.
Yeah, you're in the central core.
And I would tell Farquhar, it's like, I don't know
I'm
what I'll tell Far-
And
I'll
I'm
just
about
say-
to
My-
wail
my-
on you with a stun baton.
so the well here's the deal. The after I stunned you,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and immediately he goes for the thing, and I watch him, and I see the look on his face, and my hand with the taser in one, you know, the stun gun in one hand, my hands just kind of drop to my side,
Mhm.
and I see you coming at me, but I don't actually raise, I don't resist you at all.
Yeah, it sounds like you get hit with a
will-
stun baton. Bam.
I'm going to grab one of the
I feel bad.
radios.
I feel a little bad about it, but I'm,
I'm going to grab one of the radios off the bodies where I am,
mhm.
Mhm.
and alert the guards. Intruders at the loading dock.
All right.
I'd like to,
I've been attacked by someone at the loading dock. There is an intruder at the loading dock. I basically tell. I
Roger
let
that,
the-
and we have visual confirmation on our way.
and I'll tell them. I'll give them. I'll basically tell them. Describe. Say Farquhar was not a party to it. He's a victim as well. There's one perpetrator and one other victim at the loading dock.
you're going to get rushed and beaten on with a stun baton.
I'm enclosed in the central thing, which you may still have your badge. I don't know.
I would not have
Yeah,
dropped
I think
that
each of you
badge.
have a badge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boz is rushing in with Stumpaton.
And he's going to get tased as well. As soon as that door,
Right.
as soon as that door opens, taser's going off.
Boz is a they, and Boz is
Yeah, they-
expecting that taser.
Of course.
Cool. Let's have both of y'all do swords. Boz is 2 dice again, and
Yep.
Zap is 1 because that's your.
Am I prepared for this?
Yeah, I think you are always prepared for violence. Yeah,
So am I rolling 3 dice or 1 dice or 2 dice?
I think 2 because it's like heat of the.
Okay.
This is
I'm not-
all-
I'm not
Do you
that
think I'm prepared when I'm in a bunker with a taser pointed at a door? I think
Yeah, let's give you 2 dice. Yeah, let's do 2 and 2.
this is swords under. Hey,
I'm
no
still
successes
breathing.
for me.
I got 1 success.
I got
And how many
zero.
for? Okay, that is a tase, and I think you wail him so hard
Mhm.
that just like you not only knock him out, but you have wrecked your baton as well.
Oh,
you're-
okay.
You
Makes
you
me
have
unhappy.
dropped some of your
Oh,
professionalism
actually-
and not only stunned him, but like
Oh, never mind.
gave him a good whack, which the
Okay.
stun baton is not necessarily.
I
designed
grab
for.
the box, and then I grab Zap over a shoulder, and I get out to that fucking El Camino.
All right.
Because my intention is to throw 2 of them in the back, get the box, and GTFO.
All
'Cause
right.
I'm not leaving anyone behind, even if they're a bunch of traitorous losers.
So you're throwing Zap and Farquhar in the back.
Yeah.
All right. Zap, you are coming to as Farquhar is getting loaded in. I think
And the guards aren't here yet.
they're almost there. In fact, they're probably as you're all getting loaded into the El Camino, they're probably converging on the central room and checking out that
Oh,
area.
right.
now.
Oh, can I push a button on the drones to distract the guards?
You sure can. Yeah, I don't think that requires any roll.
No.
What does the distraction look like?
I actually don't want to kill any of these guys. I want them to
So
I want the-
dazzles and smokes.
dazzles and smokes, rubber bullets, maybe, basically, look, here's something shiny. Come attack me. I'm the intruder. La la la.
Cool. Yeah, that totally works.
Look at the monkey, get out.
All right. Farquhar and Zap are in the El Camino. I think you're both conscious at this point.
Yep.
What are y'all doing?
I assume that have we made good of our escape, so to speak, or are they just now?
Yeah,
not done?
I think you're out in the loading dock. If you dawdle too much, you're probably going to have company, but you can probably get away.
Jump in
I'm
and floor
making
it.
sure, however, I don't know the specifics of how our communication things work and all that stuff, but I'm making sure no one can contact the Carly AI.
Yeah, I think you have the contact information since you're.
Well, I'm
the
deleting
boss.
that information or whatever. I'm making sure it does not exist in any way whatsoever to be had.
All right.
There's no be knocking me out and using my wrist thingy or anything like that.
So if only 2 of you could fit in the El Camino, how does the escape work?
Well, my plan again is I'm sitting inside and they're both in the trunk.
Got it. Got it. Okay. Zoom away.
Yeah.
You as you're going away, you see the dazzles and smoke coming out of the windows of the museum, and guards and alarms are going off, and the ones outside are like doing little fireworks.
So wait, El
They
Camino,
move
it's not really,
away.
it's like a truck. It's not a trunk.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
some
Yeah,
type of
yeah. We're
open
like-
space
Yeah.
in
It's
the
like a-
back.
We're
Yeah,
trying to
okay.
not be thrown out the back of
Yeah,
a
yeah.
Yeah,
high-speed
Pickup.
vehicle.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And you easily make it back to your corporate efficiency to regroup, and you have the box right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure if I would necessarily go there, right to the corporate efficiency,
Yeah.
Where do we go?
because these are oh god, I'm going to do this. These are, excuse me, these are Fifth Element flying cars, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to park somewhere, about say 50 or 60 feet up.
Where it's not easy for us to just run on foot.
Yeah, and like open up
For
like
example.
the little
Yep.
window in the back and like lean over. That job went to shit.
Yeah, you
Is the-
fucked us. You
Is the
fucked us
box
good.
okay?
The box is not okay.
No, it's not okay. I checked it and it would not boot.
There's not going to be any songs on it, is there?
Nope.
Could have worked if you didn't zap it.
Could have worked if you'd listened and obeyed to abort the mission and gotten paid twice what you were originally going to get paid. Now you're getting paid nothing.
And you think you're going to walk off with 6 times the money?
You can do whatever you need to do, but you're not getting a penny of it. I'll die with 6 times the money before I give any of it to someone who just screwed us all.
You screwed us.
No, 2 of us agreed to abort the mission and get paid. That's a majority. And you screwed us. You are the traitor here.
I'm the traitor.
Yeah.
I'm the traitor
Us-
because
Go for it. Yeah.
I'm the traitor because I'm following through with the mission.
Missions, you know damn well missions go sideways all the time. You get aborted or failed, etc., etc. I suspect you probably have ulterior motives going on that neither one of us knows about, and you're probably working for somebody else.
A song comes on the radio. It is "Call Me Maybe," and the song fades out a little bit, and the client's voice comes on and says, "Why did you delete my number? I hope everything's okay.
No, it's not.
What's going on?
The data has been deleted.
Deleted.
Yes,
That's disappointing."
it is for all involved.
We don't know that it's been deleted. The thing just won't turn on. It took a shock.
After which it would no longer boot.
Are you a data
Well-
recovery expert? Because I'm not. Is anybody here a data recovery specialist?
I am not. Nor do I know anything about helping heal artificial persons.
Samson's on here somehow too.
I know.
Yeah.
So we're going to deliver you the box and get paid.
If I can get in.
Are there any songs on that box?
Music is an interesting thing. It's hard for people like me to exist out here without a soul. There's music on there. But there's also, they've used it. They've used what's on there to create, from what I understand, is something more like a soul. And they used it to keep some mid-level corporate guy alive. I don't see why he should get that based off of my
Work that you made.
work that I made. And they took contracts, whatever. That's my soul in there. And he was using it.
How do we get this back to you?
Oz, we didn't get paid to kill somebody.
We didn't.
That
kill
wasn't the
anybody.
job.
We didn't kill anybody.
What are you talking
There's prob-
about?
there's probably a way you could interface it with the car itself. And if you're like, I can take a look at it.
Ugh.
There's a
So let me just get this straight. Your goal is to kill Samson.
my goal was to take back my soul. He just happened to be using it.
Are
He
you
died
the one who
when he
put out
died.
the job to kill Samson?
That was a distraction. He overdosed at a party in Shanghai. Asshole had backup plans. I didn't do that. The hits were to provide cover for you.
Hmm.
Well, I'll tell you what. This is where I stand on it. If you and Boz want to hash things out, and you manage to get what you want, and you want to pay Boz his share, that's fine. Farquhar, I won't speak for you. I'm out. I'm done with this mission.
All right. And you get a little
Is
ping on your wrist computer, and it is you see the numbers in your bank account comically dropping to
Figured that was
0.
going to happen.
Like, I live out here. Money is nothing to me.
So let's plug this thing and see if it works.
Who's plugging it in?
I'll plug it in.
Okay, let's get us.
I'm
first
still stuck.
roll.
I'm stuck in the back.
Let's get a swords roll with.
Carly, just tell me what to do. He
Yeah,
said
she
they
gets
said
into-
angling for
Yeah.
for prepared or something.
Yeah, you get 2 dice. And she likes like, cool. Open up the panel this way. Hook in the radio like this. Da 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 da. Fuse these wires. Twist these things. Roll 2 dice.
All right, I'm trying to roll under, right?
Okay, hang on just a
For
second.
swords, yeah.
Is there any way to know, like, at this point? I mean, I don't know if it's probably not common knowledge at all, but is there any way to know whether? I mean, is the guy likely recoverable if he's stuck on this thing? Is there some chance that he, comes
Unclear.
back
This
from that?
This is unprecedented AI technology.
Did I in that
Boz,
central room where he clocked me? Did I get my taser shot off?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's important.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
one.
he's the only one that hasn't.
Yep.
They
Boz,
pauses the they.
They.
But-
So 2 dice for swords. What do we get?
All right, I'm rolling 2 dice for swords. I want to roll high or low.
You want to roll under.
One's a 5 and one's on the floor. So let's be dramatic.
Oh, the suspense.
Unfortunately, Boz is not the person that I want to appeal to when I say, you're going to kill somebody when you do this, because I don't think that's particularly a problem for them.
I have 0 successes.
Ooh, yeah. It sparks and smokes a little bit, and it is unrecoverable. Carly's like,
Well, that's probably not good for any of our bank accounts.
Probably not good for anybody.
It's well, that's pretty much an end to it.
Yeah.
I've been
Thank you for
contacting.
trying.
I've been contacting Nim on the down while this has been going on.
cool.
I'm going to land the thing.
Nim, hello. What's going on?
Blacklist, Boz, important. Need that to get around the network.
All right, done and done.
I'm out.
Carly over the radio is like, Boz, you tried. Here's something for your
I'm on the
for your trouble.
and I'm on the phone calling Delilah.
And as soon as you contact her, she's like, "What's happening? What did you do? Samson was frantically calling me, and then all of a sudden he just cut out. What happened? What's going on? Is he okay? Are you okay?
Samson's gone. I'm sorry. We tried to stop them, and then I just cut the line. I can't even think what to say. I know there's going to be serious blowback. My name is probably the only name amongst us that anybody is going to be able to attach to all of this. So I'm expecting that not only am I not getting paid, but I've got a very powerful family that's going to be looking for me.
Yep. And as the credits jingle into Boz's bank account, we get a song. Is there something left?
Boz splits the credits 3 ways.
Nice. And we get a closing song, whatever the appropriate Carly Rae Jepsen song.
Yay!
Yay!
Whatever the
Yay!
appropriate color.
And that's Boy Problems.
Yay! That was so much fun.
We failed.
That was like a
Misha-
Coen Brothers movie.
was
It's
the
exactly
only
what I
one
was thinking.
who
Was it
actually on
just
the
kept
job.
getting worse?
What?
Misha was the only one who was actually on the job.
You guys fucking suck.
That was good. That was pretty good. That didn't go.
That
the
was
way I
fun.
thought it was going to go, but it was great. That was super fun.
Oh, that's
Man,
hilarious.
I wish I would have rolled better and saved poor Carly.
So
She's patient. Just wait till the next.
So
Generation
Farquhar
guy
was
goes on.
Farquhar was working for Cloud too.
Yeah, or you had connection. You were loyal to the family of the
That's
museum. which was
hilarious.
And I was loyal to the
to the
client.
client, yeah.
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 And I
That's
just
super
couldn't.
fun.
I couldn't figure out like. I couldn't think of a cool reveal for for how to like bring that out during play, because I would have liked
Mhm.
it if there had been, other than just as soon as it looked like oh crap, that's him.
Shoot
Like
somebody in
try
the
to
back.
get in and save him, but
Yeah.
Well, the problem I had immediately, that luckily didn't come in play too much, was suddenly being like, okay, well, there's things like the one that came up was when I was messaging her to find out if it was okay if we needed to steal it or delete it, like if we need to delete it or if we could just copy it. My thinking was, well, I would do that in private, and if when she sent a message back saying, "Oh, yeah, you need to delete it," I wouldn't have told y'all that. I would have been like, "Oh yeah, it's fine to just copy it." But I couldn't there's things like that are hard to do in this game. So I'm like, well,
yeah.
in the actual
Yeah.
game, I would ask that in game, and Mark would give the answer to me.
Mhm.
And it looks really weird if I'm like, "Oh yeah, I got the answer," and you guys are like, "No, you didn't. You didn't even ask Mark," and stuff like that. But there was
Yeah.
some cool shenanigans I got
Yeah.
to get
Yeah,
up to.
and there's an interesting dynamic especially when 2 out of 3 are like aligned with the target of like, well, let's just not do the job then. Like,
Yeah.
Or let's sandbag it so we can't do it. But I like the way it worked out. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think it revealed itself very nicely.
Yeah.
Cool. That was fun.
I had actually been in touch with Cloud and told him to track my location transponder when we infiltrated the museum and make sure none of the guards came anywhere near us while we were
Nice.
infiltrating.
Why it's so easy to get in.
Nice.
And then my plan was to copy the data over, and then as we were exiting, just toss the drive in the warehouse so it could be retrieved by one of Cloud's people. But none of the other teams, if they got in, could find the information or get it. And then when we got, and then I was gonna at the end be like basically like, okay, I like to end jobs virtually because that way nobody can turn on anybody and kill the other two and take all the money. And then
Yeah.
if we ended it virtually, that's when I was gonna be like, yeah, there's no data and there's no money.
I would just say that we're very fortunate that Boz is the person that they are, because we, by all rights, should be debtors.
Yeah. I realized as that was happening that Boz is a very loyal person
Mhm.
and was going to do what they said they were going to do. Their loyalty is important, and they were not going to fuck y'all.
I also figured Cloud, I was like trying to figure out a reason why, aside from Cloud having an inside man to foil a mission, but I also figured it was one of those very kind of trite but typical, like, oh, this way we find out where the weaknesses are, so we can strengthen those, and other people won't be able to get in the future.
Yeah,
That's
like a
the-
pen
yeah.
test.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought
Yeah,
the
I had
soul
no
twist
idea
was
what
super
was-
great. I had no idea. That was
me
fantastic.
neither. That was great.
Yep.
I was like,
That was perfect.
oh yeah, the music is a soul. Yeah, great.
No, it worked out beautifully.
Do you think that Boz was particularly bothered by the fact that the job wasn't represented to us straightforwardly? Like that
l-
it really was a like kind of like that, not necessarily an assassination,
It kind of
but
was a
that
hit.
she knew that but that she knew that the result of this was going to be, that somebody who presumably legitimately acquired the catalog, this
Possibly
wasn't
not.
that but that she lied to us and had other fish in the water and stuff. Was that
Boss would have
that-
preferred if the client was straightforward,
yeah.
I
right?
do find it. I found that the way it ended for us very interesting in that
Mhm.
nobody was actually revealed to be a traitor. I mean, like
Mhm.
both me and Farquhar
Sorry.
could have, been on the up and up and legitimately pissed that he went against the majority
Right.
of the group.
Well,
So it was weird that like nobody, there wasn't an actual like traitor reveal, like aha, I'm
and
working
just
for
straight
Cloud,
money,
aha,
there it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was justifiable either way. It doesn't
Yeah,
have to
yeah.
come out.
That was
like-
very interesting.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to lie. I was tempted to take the money and run.
I had a moment of real worry.
That would have been an
that-
awesome ending.
that-
like,
I had a real worry that it was going to wind up the other way, and that Zap was going to wind up with all the money in the bank account and leave, and that we were going to get nothing.
Yeah.
When you like would not go with us, I legitimately thought, because there's that third option where someone's like a triple agent, where they,
yeah, you're
Oh,
like,
is there?
someone that
yeah, there's an
someone that,
option where
like,
someone's a
appears to be loyal to the target, but is actually loyal to the backer.
yeah. So I thought maybe he was a triple agent
Oh, neat.
who that's why he was so dead set, like I am not budging from this stance, because he had to be working for
No,
the AI.
I was.
So Mark, I haven't looked. I mean, I looked at it once, but I don't remember the table where you roll for the loyalty things. Is this something that's going to happen frequently enough? In other words, is that a theme of the game? Like, is that if you say, "Hey, we're going to play this game again," is it going to basically be a werewolfy sort of? I'm going to just know that very likely one of the other people here is not on the up and up, and like that's a dynamic that's central to the game, or no?
It says
Yes,
roll or
so
choose.
Yeah, so I think if you play it multiple sessions, like as a small campaign, as you go along, there's the sections that we kind of blanked out, the family members and the associates and enemies and stuff. And I think instead of having a like a preset trader mechanic, those kind of add in the texture of like, oh, this person's loyal to that person, but they're working for them. But
I would have,
this person's
Well,
I
there
would
was
have
also-
I would have known more about like my relationship to this family member, and maybe that's why I'm
Yeah.
trying to protect him.
When there is also, I know, like there is also an option for all three people to be legit.
Yeah.
That is one of the options. Is there is no traitor.
Yeah.
As well as I noticed it, I think it also said, interestingly, like I know we determined it right up front, but I remember seeing something rules is like that's actually something that can also you can determine later in the game. Where like,
yeah.
you don't necessarily have to be like you're a traitor from the beginning. You could get like way into the campaign, then message someone and be like, by the way, you're actually working for the target. So there's a lot of different
Yeah.
possible ways
Yeah.
it could go.
There's a lot of neat wrinkles in it. It's pretty well done.
It was fun.
Yes,
It was-
thanks
it
very
was
much,
fun.
guys.
That was a fun
Yeah,
adventure.
thanks for playing. That was a good time.
Do you want to stop the live
Um,
stream, or do you
Yeah,
want
I'm
to
gonna
keep?
stop it
Okay.
right now.
Goodbye,
everybody.
audience.
Bye, nobody.
Bye. Yeah, right. Bye, nobody.